Hello, welcome to episode 22 of Cyberpunk. I'm always impressed by the fact that you guys somehow manage to create time in your busy days to watch these videos, but not only that, many of you then go into the comments section and leave me your thoughts and discuss what you thought happened in the episode and give me pointers and constructive criticism and all that sort of good stuff. I don't know how you do it, but it's very much appreciated. Thank you for finding the time. I have to start with something unpleasant in the housekeeping today. A quick word of thanks to begin with to the people at YouTube Studio for their community guidelines and the systems that protect content creators from hate speech and personal abuse. I cannot share details about exactly what has happened, please don't ask. The person responsible has been dealt with and they are gone. I'll just remind everyone though that I and other content creators, we are not here to be anyone's target. Also, to be clear, what I've said in the past about me not interfering in the comments section and instead relying on people being civil in their postings, that no longer applies. From now on, if someone chooses to be abusive, they will find themselves and their comments, as has happened in this instance, instantly removed from the community. So, as you can imagine, I'm glad to have got that out of the way. Let's get on to what we're actually here for, shall we, which is enjoying the game. So the channel's email and comments section is a bit like a suggestion box at times. I get occasional ideas and queries put forward, as you might expect. One that's popped up this week and I think last week and the week before, a few people have suggested it. Since the episodes nowadays tend to be quite long, 2 to 3 hours, and there's only one episode, the suggestion's been made that they could be cut in half. I could go back to having 2 episodes a week simply by breaking the big episode into 2 parts. I don't want to get into discussions about the relative merits of different episode lengths because that's very much a personal choice thing. Some people have told me already they like long episodes. Some people would have the episodes even longer than they are now. Other people have said, no, we prefer short ones. We don't like them getting too long. And most people, I suspect, who don't respond in any way to this are just happy to see quality content. That's all they're concerned about. But it is a reasonable question, and it's something I did at one stage think about, so why not have 2 shorter episodes each week? There are 2 reasons. Firstly, it's not as easy as it sounds just to break one long episode in half. There needs to be a natural, sensible pause in the narrative or whatever other activity I'm doing in the game at that point, and it almost never happens in such a way as to cut the whole thing into anything like 2 equal parts. I've looked at before what would happen, and quite often what I'd end up with is one part that is very much longer than the other. So you'd have a 2-hour episode and a 35-minute one, for example, and that's obviously not sensible. And the second reason is splitting an episode in 2 actually doubles the backstage workload, and that takes time. Instead of one of everything, you're going to need 2 thumbnails, 2 slides, 2 intros, 2 outros, 2 lots of editing, 2 lots of checking the final video content before it's uploaded, 2 uploads, 2 lots of associated YouTube admin to go with those uploads, and even then the monitoring and responding to comments afterwards would find itself split across 2 videos. And that is exactly the workload which proved too much when I changed from doing 2 episodes a week, you see the word 2 a lot here, don't you, to 1 episode a week after I'd done the first 2 months of the playthrough. So if you take those points together, you can see the logic of how making a single episode is actually better, I think. What I tend to do is leave it up to people who watch it to decide how they want to consume the content. All in one sitting, broken into 2, 3, 4 bits, all on one day, spread over several days. Whichever way suits their lifestyle and their personal choices is absolutely fine. Also in the suggestions box, if you like, something else that came up was why not run one game one week and a different game on week 2, so alternate them on a sort of fortnightly pattern. I have actually tried this in the past in my channel and it can work well, but only with shorter games. It doesn't work with long playthroughs like Cyberpunk, and in fact if you think about it, it would turn Cyberpunk, which is already a long playthrough, into a very, very long playthrough by doing that. And it would also mean waiting 2 weeks between episodes of the same story, and I'm not sure that's good for continuity of experience for me as the player or you as the person watching, I feel. So I've considered that, but I kind of dismissed it for the reasons that I've mentioned there. The next thing that came up in the comments section, again, it's such a magnificent fountain of ideas to use in these intros. Someone asked an interesting question about the Relic chip. In actual fact, this question has now been asked twice because it was asked earlier today as well. It really is an interesting question too. The question is this: given that the Relic chip saved V's life, the nanites on it repaired the damage to his brain, and he lived as a result, could not Jackie have also lived had he not removed the chip, had he kept it in his brain instead of giving it to V? So my take on this is as follows. I've done some thinking about it. Let me know what your take is afterwards. The Relic chip nanites, to me, repaired neurological damage caused by the bullet to V's brain because the chip recognised that particular wound as a brain injury and fixable therefore, and his brain as one that could be used to host Johnny's engram. This is what the nanites were programmed to do: mend neurological damage to prepare the brain for engram implantation, to make it possible. Jackie, however, had been shot in the core body. He'd sustained massive blood loss, probably irreparable organ damage, maybe a broken artery had been severed or whatever, I don't know. It was a fatal wound anyway, beyond the nanites' capabilities to do anything about. Jackie's condition, if you think about the scene in which he was talking to V in the back of the Delamain, was deteriorating by the second. So I think holding on to the chip, which was itself actually malfunctioning and damaged at that point, if you remember, that would not have saved Jackie. It may even have destroyed the chip and taken with it Johnny's engram. So that's my take, but I'd be very interested in knowing what you think about it, dear listener and reader and watcher. Let me know. Okay, that's it. That's the housekeeping done for today. Right, so on to today's plan. Now, I could do with cheering up, because it's been a bit of a week, as you may have gathered from the start of the video. Maybe you could too. So I've chosen one of my favourite things to do in Night City. We've got all the main characters' storylines paused at the moment. They're nicely parked and the parking meters are paid up, so we don't have to worry about that. And it's been a while since I've done one of these sort of episodes. Episode 22, we're going off-grid. Now, if you've watched previous off-grid episodes, the best way to describe them is by using an analogy. In England, we have this tradition in sweet shops, candy stores if you like, that we call pick and mix. It's pick apostrophe and apostrophe mix. And how it works is this: you start off with an empty tub, or sometimes it's a small paper bag, and in front of you are lots of compartments in the shop filled with different familiar and unfamiliar kinds of sweets. So you've got jazzies and cola bottles and strawberry snakes and gummies and foam bananas and flying saucers. Plus there's lots of them that you will never have tried before and have no idea actually what they taste like even. So the idea of having this pick and mix is that you make up your own combination of goodies as you go along by adding one of these sweets and a couple of those and so on. And I guess that's pretty much how off-grid episodes work in a nutshell. We start off from what we know, the tub, and we head off to explore and discover new things to put in it. It gives us this empty tub to fill. We can see what's available to choose from. I'm going to be looking in my journal list to start us off, but the rest of what happens is going to be entirely opportunistic and made up as we go along. So I've decided the first thing I'm going to put in the tub is already on my list. I've had one quick look and picked a good starting place, but beyond that I don't know what the length of the episode's going to be or where we're going to end up as a result. It's in the lap of the Night City gods. So shall we make a start? Right, so to start off our off-grid, I've got one task which I have picked, and it's from the journal. A couple of episodes ago, when I was exploring the courier services facility, I came across a note on someone's desk which was called Notice of Expiration when I read it, and it detailed how some item which had been stored there had been paid for to be stored for a certain period of time, but the payment had run out and the owner, when contacted, had not responded to the approach of courier services facility, so the item was about to be disposed of, and was disposed of. And at that point this triggered this task, this gig called Cold Mirage, and it simply says see where the coordinates lead. So the two things that are being shown with it are Afterlife, which I've been and read that text already about, but the one about Netrunners I have not, so this is an opportunity to do this. Let's do it. In 2077, the use of computer technology has become truly universal. Some use a PDA, others personal computers, still others a neural processor. Regular Janes and Joes know how to use these systems to access information, communicate, even fight. But there are others who can use the same tech to work wonders. Netrunners. A netrunner knows the ins and outs of computer systems, the programming languages, how to write or mod a killer virus. Deck in hand, they're just as dangerous as a corporate soldier armed to the teeth. Many netrunners are free agents working only for themselves, but a few have signed their own pacts with the megacorps and work to keep corporate data fortresses solid and impenetrable. Today, each and every corporation has a veritable army of netrunners on its payroll. Netrunners were once considered the rulers of cyberspace, using their skulljacks to roam a vast global network. They also needed special suits to cool their bodies, although a tub full of ice would do for an Enniless punk. But this era ended with the cataclysm wrought by the greatest runner of all, Rach Bartmoss. Cyberspace became a land of demons, cut off by the nearly impenetrable Black Wall. Okay. So those are the two bits of context text that we have been given, and now we're going to do Cold Mirage. I just want to point out, by the way, that I know I have points waiting to be spent. The reason they're there is because I'm not sure. I'm still working out in my mind where I want to prioritise next. When I've decided that, I will spend those points. Up until that point, I'm hanging on to them. Everything's working okay at the moment. It's not like I'm feeling short of anything particularly, so I want to just spend a little bit more time being sure. The other thing I've done, I've stopped at a drop-off point and got rid of things I don't need, and I've also advanced time to 6:09 in the morning, as you can see, because I want it to be daylight. Right, so let's get back to where we were. Oh yeah, by the way, someone pointed out, several people again in the comments, you are naked. You are naked. Now, I just want to show you that when I look down at my body, I am wearing clothes. And also, when I get on the bike, which I'll do if it'll let me, and go to, there we are, third person view, you can clearly see that V is not naked or even nearly naked. Now, I totally get, and some people have explained to me in great detail, the difference between thinking you're wearing clothes and the actual clothes that you have on your body. It is a complicated thing. I'm not really a fashionista in games. I'm not one of those people who seeks to customise, I've got to be careful I take the right road here, excuse me a second, seeks to customise their character to the nth degree, but I'm very glad those systems exist for those people who do want to do that. Oh, look where it's taking us! We're heading out into the wilderness again. Oh, we're not though, because we're going to turn right. Okay, so yeah, I'm not one of those people who worries too much about that. I haven't even cut his hair again. He's still got the same facial hair that he started with right at the beginning in episode 1. So yeah, I do take the point about the clothing options and the idea of buffs giving you some benefits if you're wearing the right things. Again, at the moment I don't feel too concerned about that because I'm doing okay without them. And I can do without the complication, to be fair, of worrying about whether the items he's wearing are sartorially wonderful as they appear. There's a car there. Hey. That kind of car looks awfully familiar to me. I do know I'm not going to stop. I'm on a mission. I'm a man on a mission. I've picked a beautiful morning for it. The bonfires are burning brightly. The smoke is rising from the heaps of trash. Yeah, you're not allowed to take anything away from the tip. We've had that said to us before. See where the coordinates lead. I've just realised where we're going. This is the tip. This is Dexter Deshawn world. Weird. Very weird. Why is it sending me back here of all places? This is not anything to do with Dexter Deshawn again, is it? Surely not. I just love this tip. I also, do you know what I really admire about the artwork in this game? It's the way that the colours change with the angle of the sun, just as they do in real life. Those people who are into photography will know there is a special sort of light and colour that you get first thing in the morning and towards the end of an evening where the sun is setting. It goes very Kodachrome. The colours become very rich and saturated, and they pop. They really do show up. Even things that are ugly and revolting, like the trash in this tip, they acquire a sort of beauty. It's just astonishing the way that they plan these things through. And I like the way along this main path there is a variety of stuff that has been arranged there for us to see. It's not, if you look into the sort of further slight distance, as random as the stuff that you see in the middle of the tip. This has all been put there to give you that flavour of variety, this feeling of this is the sort of thing that gets dumped here. I so appreciate it. Also the way the contrasts happen. Look at the long shadows we've got at the moment, because this massive pile here is blotting out the sun, and yet you can see the sunlight over there on the far cliffs. I really just think it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. I could spend far too long simply driving around, but there'd be no story to it. There'd be no progress by doing so. It would be completely self-indulgent. Alright, well, I'm at the place where the coordinates have led, but they've not landed on Dexter Deshawn, whose body still lies here, miraculously preserved. Hey Dex, how are things? You're looking... well, you're looking. They are over there. The game has just saved. See where the coordinates lead has turned into perhaps see where the coordinates led, because we're there. Open the freezer? Cold mirage. Okay, I'll open the freezer.
Oh,
Johnny?
dog doll.
One thing I know like I know my own name. You do not poke around strangers' cool boxes. Best case scenario, you find a half-gallon jug of rancid milk. Worst? Motherfucker up a sad mass. That's Raish Bartmoss.
That's Rach Bartmoss. You are Rach Bartmoss. Oh, I think you've thawed out. Oh, right, so this was the thing that was at the courier services facility. This was the item for whom payment expired, and it was disposed of. They took it to the dump. They left it at the dump. This is Rach Bartmoss. I'm going to do... no, do I do the Rach Bartmoss? Perhaps I do, because I do know of Rach Bartmoss. Let's do that.
The Bartmoss. Data crash rabbit Bartmoss?
Yeah.
Guy who trashed the first net?
Well, it wasn't his uncle. Yeah, him. I'd recognize that mug anywhere. Wanted posters all over town back in 2020. Public enemy #1, dead or alive. Half the city was on the hunt.
Wow. Well, he's dead now.
Poor bastard. Ended up here as a dead rat in a cool box. Till some circuit blew and he thawed like so much meat.
I mean, that's a horrible way to go. No wonder there's a smell. He's thawed out. Ugh.
Uh-huh. Yeah, about 20 years back, judging by the stench. Well, stood about as much as I can. Gotta go.
Yeah, let's go.
Hold up. Gotta be some electronics in here. First net relics, almost crank-powered. Be a shame just to leave it.
Oh, like, are we talking Book of Spells era stuff then? I'll think about it. Even if there is, it's bound to be bunk. I'm going to query his assessment of how valuable this stuff is.
Even if there is, it's bound to be bunk.
Bound to be? Wouldn't be so sure. Only one way to find out.
You mean we've got to fertile around in this thing? You're kidding me. I'll think about it. Yeah, I'll think about it.
Nah, I need to think about it.
Said the gonk who missed the shuttle. Come on, look inside.
Oh, it's not going to let me not open the freezer. I've got to open the freezer again and rummage around in there. This is going to be revolting. Scan the freezer. Maybe I don't have to rummage. It's even telling me where to scan.
Well. An SGI Tech Elisla. It's best cyber deck in its class.
See? Worth getting a little rot on your hands sometimes.
He's gone over there.
Hey, just thinking. Cat at the Afterlife goes by Nix. Looked like somebody who'd know legacy tech.
I know Nix.
Chat him up. See what happens. Could end up pulling something from it.
Oh, take the cyberdeck. And with that, Johnny vanished. I'm really sorry, I'm robbing the dead here. I'm taking your cyberdeck, but you don't want it anymore. Go to the afterlife and talk to Nix. Well, I feel sad leaving you here, but... was this here all the time then? When I came to see... When I discovered the body of Dexter Deshawn, was that already there? But I hadn't got the cold mirage gig quest thing at that point. So I wonder what the game would have done if I just stumbled upon it. An interesting question. One which I will not have an answer to. Someone out there will tell me, I'm sure, that this is what will have happened. Please do check, if you're going to do that someone hasn't already told me, because you know what the comments section is like. Why hasn't Johnny's text disappeared? This is a glitch. That should have gone, shouldn't it? I will do a victory lap of the body of Dexter Deshawn. See you, Dex. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. You're not going to do much, are you? There's probably a rule about dumping bodies at the dump. I'm pretty sure they're not supposed to be. You're probably meant to dispose of them properly. Night City may be a rough place, but I'm sure it has certain standards and regulations that are in place, and as they should be. If nothing else, for the control of disease and all the rest. It's a lovely morning for a ride through a stinking dump. I like the way actually too that there are fires. Can you see the way that there are more now than when we actually started? Within these piles of rubbish, there's some self-combustion going on. It's literally burst into flames. There are little fires burning inside the tip, and you can see the smoke emanating from it. The research that was done on these things is mind-blowing. It's huge, that tip. It's a horrible place, but it's also a gorgeous place. It just has everything going for it. I wish the light would stay like this forever in this game. I really do. It's my absolute...
Taking trash is theft.
Oh, I've just thought. I've taken trash. I've taken something from the dump. Does that mean I'm going to be hunted down like a dog? Oh no. I nearly said, you'll be hunted down like a dog. Someone will get that reference, I think. Yeah, I wish the light could be like this all the time. It's just gorgeous. And this place beckons me so much. Yet again, I'm turning left when every part of me wants to turn right. But we are starting out following where we're sent. It's a treasure trail. It's off-grid. There is no plan. The game is telling me what to do today. It's taking me from A to B to C. And I have no idea where we're going to end up, as I said, but I'm going to enjoy it. Because the weather's gorgeous. Will you look at it? The rain of the previous episode has gone away. And it's been replaced by a beautiful morning. I've got to be careful here because there's like a switchback in the direction of travel. So I'm going to have to concentrate. Here, it's right here. But where does it go? It sends me down there and then it sends me this way, I think. Yeah, because that one's turning that way. This way. There we go. They could do a sat-nav in this game better than the minimap. Although it would be great to have different voices for it. I've just thought that would be fabulous, wouldn't it? You could have Jackie's voice on the sat-nav. You could have Misty on your sat-nav advising you, but she'd be cryptic. She wouldn't say which direction you had to turn. She'd sort of say, you may want to consider the options ahead and which way is the best. And she'd be right too. We should all do that. I miss Misty. I know there are reasons why she's not talking to me at the moment. I know I'm collecting tarots, and maybe when I get a decent number of them and go back to her, she'll speak to me again. She's being enigmatic at the moment. The other thing about Misty is when she speaks, like when she warns us about the Reds and keeping away from them, she kind of speaks in riddles. She has an ability to discern aspects of the future and issue warnings about it, but she doesn't issue the warnings clearly. They're couched in a sort of hidden language. They're almost like a riddle. Even so, you have to make your own interpretation of what they're meant to be. It's rather like horoscope in that way. Misty never says it exactly as it is. She gives you the information and you've got to make from it what you will. There are a number of people who've said, if only we'd listened to her warning about the dangerous reds. Thinking of Jackie, what happened to him? But yeah, the sat-navs, can you imagine it with different voices? Dexter's would be a good voice for sat-nav. You'd certainly do what you were told, I think. Not so much V's actually. I think V's voice in a sat-nav would be fairly mundane, you know, because you're used to the character just talking properly. Judy's voice would be excellent. She could ask me to turn left, right, drive upside down, and I think I'd follow every word she said. Alright, we need to go this way. It's very narrow, but we're not going in the water, are we? No, we are not. I'm really getting annoyed now by the fact that Johnny's text has not gone away at the bottom of the screen. We're going into Kabuki. We're not far from where we need to be. The afterlife and Nyx. It's such a lovely morning. Now the sun's getting up higher. They should have a thermometer in the top corner where the time is. I just thought about that. Wouldn't that be great if you knew it was 25 degrees and sunny, or 14 degrees and a bit sort of chilly, or 6 degrees and why aren't you wearing your winter woolies? I have this thing where I like to get into the afterlife in a slightly atypical way by going through this route down here. Hey there. What did you win? Oh, show me. You won a can of Coke or something. Other fizzy drinks are available. 12 eddies. That's a lot of eddies. When you think about it, that means every long sip from that can costs you 3 eddies. And people were saying, you realise Plan B, that gun you've picked up, used to belong to Dexter Deshawn. This I do realise. And I think it's poetic justice that I'm using the gun that he used to almost kill V, and now V is using it to exhort baddies to behave better, to have a better life, to not be so mean, or maybe just to die. But yeah, I think that's really apt that I am now possessing, V is now possessing that gun. Also, when you think $3, 3 eddies, will only buy you a swig from that can, 1 eddy for a bullet for the Plan B seems pretty cheap. I'm not too worried about 1 eddy. Another person pointed out that when you've got the Plan B in your hand, the number in the bottom right, which you can't see, which is the amount of ammo you've got, reflects the fact that you've got so many eddies, and those eddies are equivalent to bullets, which is why you seem to have a lot of bullets. Hey there, you alright? Hey Emmerich, do you want to say hello? Emmerich doesn't, because he's on duty, and when he's on duty he's not supposed to fraternise with clients. And oh, here we go. Everybody ready? Tiptoe past. Hey Claire.
Right? You come to talk about my offer?
Yes, I have. Thank you, game. You've just given me the next thing I'm going to do. Yes, I have. Yeah, street races. Tell me about them.
Yeah, let's talk street racing.
Sure, but not here. It's mayhem.
Tis.
I'll be at my garage after my shift. Swing by?
No, talk there. Have a good one.
By is where I will swing. And why is this place so rocking at 5 to 8 in the morning? I mean, rocking. Are these the ones who've been here all night and haven't gone home yet? Are they the ones who've arrived very early? Your chrome is sensational. How are you not consumed by cyberpsychosis?
Loverboy, you're spilling. Yeah, you drenched the whole bar. Just get your drunk butt home, will ya?
I love it. Claire's on top of her clientele here, isn't she? She really is. Okay. Right, I've got to go and see Nyx. I mustn't get distracted, but I've now got the next item to put in my pick and mix. Thank you, game. Oh, this is cheering me up immensely. I needed this. I really did need this today. It takes a lot to get me down. That's a measure of what it's been like. But yeah, anyway, put that one to bed. And I've scanned this place to the nth degree. Here is Nix. Oh, I get some text options. So, what's it like working with Rogue? We must start with that one. Hey Nix, you're looking digital.
What's it like, working for Rogue?
For Rogue?
It's fine.
But that's it? Fine?
You want info on Rogue? Ask her yourself. I'm sure she'll be ever so obliged.
That's interesting, because it said what's it like working with Rogue, but when he replied, when I asked the question, it was what's it like working for Rogue. Big difference. I'm intrigued by can you teach me something? I've got to tell him that I found Bart Moss's deck, because that's what Johnny told me to do. This is the guy, remember, who buys retro tech and wanted the Book of Spells because it had content which was pre the destruction of the net and therefore could have value. There were code items in there which, you know, are sort of banned or not permitted anymore. I want him to teach me something, but I'm sort of scared as to what it might be.
Listen, from one netrunner to another.
Yes.
You got any pro tips you could spare?
Don't see why not. If you're cool with Rogue, you're cool with me. I can sell you a few tricks of the trade from the Bartmoss area.
Sell?
Rach Bartmoss. D. Bartmoss. Tell me you're fucking with me.
Before dropping off the grid, he unleashed a slew of ice-breaking grams and protos in the darkest corners of the net.
He did?
I heard how paranoid he was. Any idea what happened to him?
We know.
Who knows? But I was able to dig up a few classic Bartmoss relics. Here, let me show you.
That's clever. All right. Oh, missing vendor name. In other words, don't ask where you got this from. Okay, so two things. So we didn't tell him there everything that we know about what happened to Rach Bartmoss. Presumably that's going to happen when we select the yellow text at the top. But also, missing vendor name. This guy's got a heck of a lot of stuff here that used to belong to Rach Bartmoss, and a lot of it is high-end stuff. Look at this. Tier 5 crafting components. Tier 4 stuff. There's a lot of Tier 4 stuff here. And there's a great many Tier 3 things. Look at that. Whoa. Composite Arasaka net running nano weave suit. Gives me plus 11% quick hack damage resistance. Also, this reduces the upload time for quick hacks by 7%. This red vision laminated thing. There's loads of stuff here. That's another one that reduces upload time reduction. Yeah, quite a lot of these have got that same effect. Let's just pop. I can't. Obviously, some of these I can't afford in terms of they're not my level. That last one was tier 4. Bait tier 3, covert quick hack, cripple movement tier 3, disables enemy movement. And then there's cyberware malfunction, which I've heard of before. This disables enemy cyberware for 10 seconds and increases all damage against them. And at 2 stacks it permanently disables enemy cyberware. The thing is, and I'm going to pop out of this, I have a feeling I'm going to have to get out of that too, that if I go to crafting and look, I think I've got blueprints now for some of this stuff. Yeah, there's bait. Tier 3 covert quick hack, contagion, reboot optics, ping on tier 3, overheat tier 3, memory wipe, cyberware malfunction, cripple movement. I've got lots of these things. Request backup, short circuit, sonic shock, synapse burnout, weapon glitch. Now all of those things are there available, as are other things for me to craft. And the time will come when I want to do that. At the moment I'm happy with what I've got in my cyber deck. I realise there are things that I could replace, swap in, swap out, improve, but rather like the improvement points which I'm hanging on to at the moment because I'm not sure how to spend them, I'm minded not to buy anything from him, even though he showed me all that stuff. It's just reminded me of the ability that I have to craft from blueprints. So thanks for that, but you keep all that stuff, okay? And I'll remember you've got it in case I change my mind. Meantime...
Hey, Nix, listen. Found something. Bart Moss's deck.
Mm-hmm. What else you find? Alan Turing's tapes?
The only way of proving this to you is to show you.
Being serious. Have a look-see.
Here it is.
Ooh, running shits. God damn, V. Where'd you ferret this out of?
Found it in the fridge. Why would you not tell him the truth? What does it matter? We did find it in a fridge.
Found it outside town, in a fridge, next to its former owner's rotting corpse.
Okay.
Bart Moss all the way. Netwatch made him a wanted man when looking in Shanghai, Lahore, Santiago de Chile.
Right.
While that dog alighted to the net. Wonder how long he'd have kept buzzing those wires if the power hadn't gone out.
Think you can pull anything off it?
What?
Text coming apart. Humidity damaged. Encryption on the mem-cube. Gotta be near divine.
Spare me the two-step, yes or no?
I can try. Failure, though, is a distinct possibility. Then all data will be lost. Done and gone.
Oh, don't make me choose. I knew it was going to do that. I knew it was going to make me choose. There's a blue text. Do we think there may be a danger from this text being actually activated?
Think there could be some no longer known vectors on the disk? A data crash-like thing, or rabbits? Because if so...
Then we pop open a bottle of malignant gin. Painfully aware of the risk I am. But speaking straight, curiosity's consuming me. You feel it too?
Do you know, I kind of do. I kind of do. I just don't know. Surely, if we're given something like this, the intention of the game is that we pursue it and discover what secrets it holds. If I say best let it be, is it going to hold it in reserve so that I can change my mind at a later date, return to this point and decide to proceed in the opposite direction and investigate it and find out what it does hold? Do you know what? Let's do it now.
No risk, no reward.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's get to it.
Okay. Put the deck on the counter, just ginger-like.
Right. Place the deck on Nix's desk. Where's your desk, Nix? Do you know I haven't scanned this room for a while? It won't let me scan. It's too concerned. That's his desk, obviously. Set down deck.
All yours.
All yours? Oh, V. Got no sense of reverence. Expect if you found the goddamn Holy Grail, you'd fill it with caramel corn and Pop-Tarts.
Your expression, honestly.
Now, let's get this show underway. Most data's corrupt, but not all. Password. A dict attack, maybe. Nothing doing. And what about injecting a command? Ha! We're golden. One more hurdle, but it ought to be as easy as pie. My. Of all people, Bart Moss should have done better.
He's quite skillful. I was just skillfully was.
Ideas, V, fast and stat. Couple of minutes and his skull sponge will be well done steak.
What?
Okay, what do we got here?
Saw what we got. A brain broiler. You absolutely sure you want to jack in?
Shh.
Oh, what? I've got to jack into this thing, but it just fried him. I mean, I can use this thing as well. Should I use it first and then jack in? Let's use it first and see what's on it. Nothing. It's just the netrunner's chair on the local network. Okay, so I will jack in. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. This is dangerous. This is not going to get V as well. Oh, it's a code. Okay, right, so you know how this works. I'll stop, have a quick look at it, scribble on a piece of paper to remind me what to do, and then I'll be back in a second. Right, I'm actually really grateful when these things pop up nowadays because it's a really good excuse to have a drink of orange as well. I think I've got this worked out. It's a bit odd because it's going to have to start with a BD, I think. Let's go. That one. 55, needs another 55, needs a 1C. That's it. Just the one line. So from this one.
Gotcha.
We've saved him. We've saved Nix.
Fucking muffin.
Pardon?
You breathing?
Apparently. Though it feels like I got a skull full of hot embers. Just... what the hell happened?
You started convulsing. Lights went out. Outlets started spitting sparks. So I sat down and finished for you.
Hold up. Mean to say, you breached Bodmaw's deck? Lowly you?
Yes, I did. Yeah. Now, I wouldn't say got lucky at this point because I think you've got to have some level of skill by this point for V to have actually achieved what he did. So let's take credit, V. You did this.
Damn straight. I am the best net runner in town after all.
Outed, kid. But maybe someday.
Well, you know.
Alright. Let's see just what you pulled from this artifact.
We live and learn.
Logs, mail, chat history of sorts. Potentially interesting, but nothing explosive.
Shame, kinda. Well, I guess I could delve some more, see if I can't find something interesting in there.
Listen, my services usually command a tidy sum, but this time, well, seems you rendered me a service. Take this. Handful of demons live on that shard. Wasn't Bartmoss who coded them, but they should be useful nonetheless.
Okay.
Thanks, Nix. You gonna get it together? Be alright? Or, you need help?
No. Be just fine. Couple of painkillers washed down with whiskey, and I'll be a new man.
Okay, job complete, Cold Mirage. Excellent. That was a really good job. And so clever the way that it linked with previous stuff. Wow, that's a lot of experience points and street cred. That was a lot of points. And now it's saying meet Takamura, of course. Now, Claire just gave me the opportunity to go and talk to her about street racing during the day. Now, it may well be that she's been on a very early shift today, so I'm going to select this. And there are 2 more things to read, which I'm going to read. 3, in fact, because we've actually got descriptive text for what we're about to do as well. Visit Claire at her garage during the day. No one in Night City is only 1 layer deep. Take Claire, for example, an afterlife bartender who likes to burn rubber in illegal street races when she's on break. If you get the itch for a little adrenaline, I think you can scratch it at her garage. And this is Johnny writing, describing, I suspect, here. So let's read about Arroyo, which must be the district where she lives. Arroyo. When are they going to finish Arroyo? Residents like to joke about their district. For many, it seems like a never-ending construction site, with buildings being bulldozed overnight to make way for new ones that same morning. Arroyo currently hosts a power plant, a fully automated factory, a logistics centre and a gigantic landfill. Arroyo's no Pacifica, but investment has been shaky. Driving through, you'll see scores of decrepit or unfinished buildings, but just because the factories and warehouses are closed doesn't mean they're abandoned. Many of them serve as hideouts for the 6th Street gang. Perhaps then it isn't strange that whatever's still owned by Arasaka or Petrochem is carefully guarded by corporate military squads. Okay. This sounds like a fierce district that Claire's decided to live in. That's where her garage is. Right, so we have Claire located. And I'm guessing she's still at the bar when I walk around this corner. Yes, she is. So it's going to be a case of I'll see you there. Maybe she's going to take public transport. Maybe she has a very fast vehicle of her own. I bet her shift finished at 9 o'clock and she's waiting for relief and they've not turned up, so she's seething now because she's having to work extra minutes. Every minute is seeming like an hour to Claire. She wants out of there. I'll go out the proper way this time, the way it suggests, and I'll call Arch round to me. Again, this underpass here never seems anything other than wet and shiny. I don't think anybody ever cleans it. I don't think anyone ever removes the refuse here. All that happens, I think, is the wind blows down this tunnel at some point and takes all the trash with it. So one time it ends up down there and the next time it ends up over there across the road. In fact, if you look over here, you can almost imagine this is what happened and that all this trash came out of this tunnel. It's the kind of place you don't want to be any longer than it is. It's a good job there are so many people about. It does seem very, very well populated.
Are you suggesting it's my idea?
What's going on?
Do you hear yourself?
There was a conversation there, but I'm not going to worry about the fact I only caught the very end of it. This happens sometimes. You literally can't always trace them down. Bike, where are you? Come on. Come on, boy. I nearly got run over there. I have done so well at not being run over recently. I don't want to spoil my record. Oh god, this is so difficult to turn around. There we go. Yeah, the afterlife always seems to have people in it, doesn't it? No wonder it's stayed open. I can't imagine anything shutting the afterlife. It's the place to be. We just did a great deal there with Nix. I think some people said when I first had my dealing with Nix, do you remember how... I've gone the wrong way. The sign was there telling me. Do you remember how I had the option of just giving him the book of spells and taking the payment, or saying to him, come off it, Nix, this thing's worth a lot more, I want more eddies, and I went for that option. Some people said, ooh, you know, that might not have been the best idea. You could have spoiled your relationship with Nix there. But I don't think that happened, because we've now helped him, saved him from what happened with Bart Moss's deck. I think we're in pretty good terms with Nix, actually. I think we're in good standing. He may well look favourably upon us when a new job pops up, and think of me. In fact, there should be a t-shirt that says think of V. We haven't had many t-shirt ideas recently. It's time we had more. Also, another thing I'm doing is counting the number of days I've gone without an accident on the bike. The number of episodes. Because obviously days are different. No one heard that. No one heard that. Just carry on regardless, as if nothing happened. It's going pretty well, and the reason it's going better is because I have moderated my speed. I'm still going faster than most of the ambient traffic here, but not by much. Speed kills V's. It does. Speed is what gets you in trouble. Giving yourself time to react to these wayward drivers who are just going to do odd manoeuvres from time to time. I just know they are. Vista del Rey. I'm a kilometre away, and this is just sensational. It's not even safe to stop, but I'm going to stop right on the white line here where no one's going to hit me. Look at that. Look at the lighting effect on that tubular tunnel there. Isn't that part of the metro system? I don't know. I mean, I haven't done the metro yet. I'm saving the metro for and it's not far away now, an occasion where I'm going to find a destination that has something nearby that I want to do, and then I'll take the metro to get to it. I really shall. Look at these flags on the sides of the buildings. I'm actually astonished it is as light as it is in Night City, because the way in which these structures block out so much of the visible skyline, the quantity of daylight that can penetrate is severely reduced. It's a pretty good job that we've got all these neons around, because they do a pretty decent job of helping illuminate the way. The guy in the Jeep is desperate to overtake me. The guy in the Jeep has just run into a load of barriers because he was so desperate to overtake me. Oh, you're not a good driver What am I doing anywhere near you? Please tell me you're not going to Claire's garage. I'm going this way. You carry on that way. Alright? Don't follow me. Don't follow me. I mean it. It's not going to end well. This is a heavily industrialised area. Look at these tanks. They are intriguing. Do they have any way of getting to the top of them? Oh, I'm going to have to look at that. That is just too tempting for words. I'm not going to do it now, but that's a thing that's got to be investigated. Yeah, this is a very heavily industrial area. Lots of what looks like petrochemical works. Massive power requirements, judging by all these pylons. This is the sort of environment I don't mind driving around slowly. Very nice graffiti. Okay, the golden pavements too. I wonder if it is the sand that's blown in from the desert area. Maybe not. Maybe that's just the way they are. Perhaps they're just coloured that way. And we are here. We've reached Claire's garage. Alright. I don't know where I'm going. I'll just park up at the side of the road, I guess. Stop. Jump off. Visit Claire at her garage during the day because that's what the game told me to do.
Here we go.
Everybody alright? Why was he running? When I see people running it makes me nervous. Oh, he's late for work. It's another of those guys carrying a tool belt, look. That's got to hamper your ability to run. Don't knock that lady over. Why is he dodging backwards and forwards behind her? You need to overtake her, one side or the other. Make your mind up. Claire's garage, during the day.
No justice, no mercy.
Who's that? Okay.
Today's nothing but shit.
What's going on?
Reloading! Cover me!
What is this? Is this like a practice? They're just...
Here we go.
They're just shooting weapons into an empty car by the looks of it. Is that what they're doing? Who are you people? Do you know, I haven't been using tagging, and I haven't used ping very much recently either. I've kind of gone into and out of using it depending on the situation I'm in. If in a situation like this, I think there are only 3 of them by the looks of it, I'll ping to make sure. I will ping, he said again, to make sure, pressing the right button this time. Yeah, basically I've got myself 3 of these people. And I haven't been tagging either, and I really probably should. I will tag them, but I'm going to leave them at that point. I can't quite get that third guy because he's too... There he goes. He needs to move a bit. Move a bit. Thanks. He's moving. These are 6-3 grand. Oh, recruit. It's training that's going on here. Is that what it is? They're practicing these people. Got it. I'll be back to see you folks in a minute because I've got to talk to Claire. That's what I've come to do. Alright, Claire's garage. That's very off-putting. That's very off-putting, the sound of that shooting behind us. Claire's garage is amazing. They do tend to like these skylights, these...
Come on, baby.
Where is she? She's going to be under a vehicle. She's under a vehicle. I might have known it. They do like these skylights, don't they? Obviously, because it lets light in the game and prevents you having to have just artificial lighting all the time. The artificial lighting is quite brassy in these sort of darkened indoor areas, and the air assumes this kind of misty quality, like there's a moistness to it, a coldness to it. You can almost see it actually. I obviously have got to scan Claire's garage and look around it before I speak to Claire. So that's what we're going to do very next. She's got a Galena G240 which is in for a tune-up by the looks of it. Cheap and reliable, this cult favourite was immortalised in the 2034 film punk rock hit, rather, Pounding Gina in My Galena. Yes. Of course. Who could forget it? It was on everyone's lips. The song was on everyone's lips.
Hey, what gift?
I am collecting stuff, Claire. I've just found a readable. I didn't even... Can I actually get there? Just got to move around so I can. I will take the disinfectant. I mean, it's worth something for junking purposes. Oh, it's a thought and owner's manual. We've read that before. Yeah, we've read it. Okay, I'll just open it. And I'll leap over here. There is quite a bit of stuff to pick up here. We get through a lot of disinfectant in this garage. I'm guessing the stuff that comes into her garage has, shall we say, been through some situations and therefore may require some disinfecting of various parts of the upholstery. Nice. I'll take all of that, thank you. She has a laptop type thing, which I'll just...
Claire?
Under the rig.
Oh, she's there. I don't want to talk to you just at the moment. I want to use your laptop, so I'm just going to pop into it. There aren't any messages. So there are messages on this laptop. It's that thing where the message indicator looks blank because the messages on it have been read by the intended recipient. That wasn't me. I can still read these. First one, I'm going to go bottom to top. This is Expletive Samson from Dean Russell to Claire Russell. Brother, maybe? This piece of got it coming straight at him sent me a message saying he doesn't owe me a dime. Probably warming his ass in a Corpo issue Gannic leather chair right now while I'm pinching ennies from scrapwork. Swear to God I'm making him eat pavement next week. And Claire to Dean. Let's see what she said about this. Dean, you got to drop it. Water under the bridge. Peter stopped being your friend the moment career came first. You got canned, he got promoted. Life goes on. Letting it fester is only going to hurt you more. Speaking of, I was actually thinking we skip this race. Rather you not drive in red fog like this. Let's get away for a while. Just you and me. Head north or honestly whatever. To get your mind off Peter. And Dean replied to Claire, you know I can't and I won't, but honestly I'm fine. Just had to vent. Next week we're taking home that first place prize and then we'll hit the road any place you want. Love you, babe. Oh right, so maybe partner rather than brother or other relative. Let's do small hiccup. Dean to Claire. Sorry babe, but I got to stay a few more days to help Mike with work. Poor guy's overloaded. I'd call but there's no ripper on hand and I don't know how to fix this. Long story short, it's just a few days, so no need to worry. Dean. And Claire replied to Dean, sure seems convenient we can't even hollow each other. Have fun. Okay, that's a little weird. And Dean replied to Claire, baby, I swear there's nothing I can do about it. I'll pay you when I get back. These next few days are going to fly by. Please don't get all upset over this. Claire to Dean, it's fine, don't worry about me. Work's had my hands full and my head splitting anyway. Can't remember the last time the afterlife was so busy. And it's not like I can't live without you, but I actually don't think I can. Love you, Leadhead. Hurry back soon, Claire. And then we have surprise. Claire. This is from Dean to Claire. Listen, didn't want to ruin the surprise, but here I go anyway, for the greater good. The whole team is planning a party for your discharge from the hospital and we're asking my advice on gifts rather than some tacky surprise. I figured you'd want something actually useful. Am I right? Dean. Oh, she's been in hospital. And Claire replied, you know the best gift is just a lot of your smiling faces, but if they really want to go above and beyond, then I suppose I'm in need of a new jumpsuit for work, like a Neoderm or some such. Give everyone my hugs and kisses for me, and not to ruin a little surprise for you, but once they let me out of this hospital bed, you won't be able to walk for a week. Wow. Okay, Claire. And Dean replied, can't wait, with all those things after it. Okay, so relationship there, Claire, Dean. Got that. Thank you, laptop. That was really kind of you. There's other stuff over here which I have not picked up yet, which I do need to. So let's do this. I'll take those tier 2 components. We've been over there. I haven't been over there. They're still practicing out there. You lot are annoying me now. You need to stop. You're disturbing my ability to concentrate. Shard we have not read. Sheet metal and you, your guide to auto body repair. Just like you take care of your own body, so too you should take care of your favourite four-wheeled friend. Many ask, when should I pull the trigger on making bodywork repairs? Simple answer, when it's no longer functioning at factory quality, typically as a result of collision damage, corrosion, damage from firearms or general wear and tear. But before you dive straight into the repairs, you should always first conduct a comprehensive survey of the damage. Not only the damage's nature, but also the damaged part's core function in the vehicle as a whole should be thoroughly considered before choosing the best repair method. Remember, always be sure to have the right set of tools handy before you begin with the repairs, and if there is any organic material still present in or on the vehicle, e.g. blood, bone fragments, etc., always make sure to clean it thoroughly first. Do yourself a favour and don't make your job more difficult before you've even started. But don't forget, quality sheet metal is the most important piece to the car repair puzzle. Follow the link at the end of this manual to check out the shop Martin's Tinware for high-grade materials at unbeatable bargains. So we're right about the disinfectant. Blood, bone fragments. Yeah. But then if Claire's involved in these illegal street races, you can see how this might be her thing. That she'd find herself repairing this. I just love that on the front of her car. It's cute but intimidating at the same time. It's sort of nice but spooky. It's got a foot in both camps there, hasn't it? It really has. There is a back room and I'm going into it because why not? Claire's garage, give me those bits, they'll come in useful. I'll scrap them. Another readable? Really? Another readable? Okay, let's do the one. What's she been eating? Oh, Claire. She's been having a balanced diet of that, which looks like some sort of meat substitute, with those, which look like some sort of dough ball substitute, and that, which looks like, I don't know what that is. Engine oil? I can't tell really. It wouldn't surprise me. Do you know though, for a garage, she keeps it pretty neat and tidy. The organisation of this place, I'm impressed. Let's look at this shard. Oh, we've read it. It's a story. The Vampire Prince is back. That was ages ago we read that one. Okay, I'll take it because it stops it showing up again by doing so. And this side, cross your fingers everybody. Yeah, I know the colours tell you different things. ERA or ERA, I'm not sure, but we haven't read it. So here we go. Oh, Peter Sampson, Person of the Month. I'm just an ordinary city boy. Read the untold insider scoop. Recipe for success, money, cars and fine suits. And the other article is 1,000 ways to enjoy sex. A Peter Sampson tell-all. Peter Sampson. Money, cars, fine suits, Person of the Month, just an ordinary city boy, and a reference to, you know what, Nookie. I think I need some more orgiatic salsa agave to wash that down with, and some of this sparkling, I can't say that word, as well. I keep coming across that one actually. Glow stick? Sure, why not? Everyone wants to glow, don't they? And some tier 3 components, I think. Hardened plastic goggles. Very well. There's all kinds of stuff on Claire's workbench. And this isn't really her workbench. This is just where she's sitting, eating, relaxing, but she can't be away from her tech for too long, so she's brought bits of it in with her, so she can be tinkering with stuff as well. I like this. I like it very much. Okay, so that's coming down from there. Is that steam? Maybe it is. Perhaps this place is being heated in some way. Heavy VR goggles. I'll take the heavy ones, I don't mind. Yeah. There's not a lot to dislike about Claire's garage. Or about Claire, for that matter. She seems a genuine person, and it's a phrase I keep coming into my head, this phrase, genuine people. I think Misty is a genuine person. I think Victor is genuine. What you see is what they're really like. And you can't say that about everybody in Night City. And when you meet somebody you can say it about, it's important, it's golden, you want to hang on to it. And I think Claire is one of those. I also think I've got to just walk around here and go to that box, but I may have to talk to Claire first. We'll see if it triggers. No, it didn't. I can get to the box. Give me the box. Thank you. Now I can come back and talk to Claire. What do I say about her vehicle? It is a nice ride. It looks really purposeful. I wonder if she uses this in street races. I bet she does. So she knows we're here because she sort of called out already, so I won't say, hey, I'm here.
Hey, Claire. Hell of a machine.
It is.
You know your shit and you've got good taste.
There's
Meet
Claire.
Beast, my pride and joy.
Beast.
Beer in the fridge if you want me.
Thanks. So what's this about?
Need a driver. Thought you might do.
A driver? You want me? I'm sorry, I've just realised what you're proposing here. You want me to drive in races?
Come on, you'll
There's a race of some sort? Oh, I'm going to do the top one. Driver? With you as navigator?
A driver, huh? With you as my navigator?
Not exactly. This kind of racing involves drivers and gunners.
Oh, right.
So, you a turret guru or a driver's ed dropout?
I'm more an engine tuner. Good at it, too. And I shoot, but I'm no rally racer. I trust you're capable behind the wheel?
Where'd you hear that from? Who told you that? Oh, dear. It won't be my first rodeo.
Hey, eyes on me?
I'm sorry, and my eyes are on you, trust me. But I just can't help but laugh at that. Where have you got the impression from that I'm a decent driver?
This won't be your first time out, will it?
Don't worry. Done my fair share of rounds.
Thank goodness for that.
The last driver, they quit.
In a way, died in a race a year back.
Sorry.
Oh, that went from fun to being glum. Who was your last?
Come on, you alive?
It wasn't the guy in the texts, Dean, was it? Because he was talking about racing with you. I can refuse this, or I can accept it.
Sure, Claire. I'll be your driver.
Okay, we got 4 races. First one's in City Center.
What have they done?
That'll be followed by the Badlands and Santo, then Watson to finish.
What have I done? What have I just done? I want to know what the stakes are, because if I'm going to do this, there'd better be some benefit from it.
There a carrot we're chasing after?
First place gets a payout. That happens, we split it 50-50. Sound fair?
Got goosebumps already.
Now then, if I say got my own ride, it's going to make me use my car for the race. I like the look of your car.
Eyes on me?
Yeah, my eyes are on you, Claire. Let me get even closer to you so you can see my eyes are on you. Those red figures outside are really annoying, aren't they? I'm going to deal with them in a minute. It's a deal.
When do we start?
There's a qualifying ladder. Need to climb it to reach the finals.
How high?
Top 3 in at least 2 rallies gets our ticket stamped.
Wow.
Let's meet in City Center. I'll snap you the specifics. Hear the roar of overtuned monsters? That's the place.
See you there.
You will. Hey Claire. Just pause for a sec, because I want to take a picture. I'm going to go into drone view and move around a bit and see if I can get I might have to realign this slightly, a decent picture of Claire. Now we're well out of focus here, No, I don't want to exit photo mode. Pop me back in. How do I get back to seeing all the options here? I've lost my way slightly. Right, I changed my mind about the photograph because it's dark in here for one thing, and it wasn't looking good. So I will make a note, and I have already, that when I meet Claire again, I will try to take her photograph, because she's a character I don't have a photograph of in this situation. I think I have a bar photograph of her, but that's all. We're done in here. Much as I like to stay, look at the way that her tools are laid out logically, neatly. It's almost millimetric precision that someone's taken a ruler to those and decided exactly where they should go to space them out equally. I bet if you asked her where anything in this garage was, she could put a hand on it immediately. She'd be able to tell you exactly where it was. I also get the feeling she's the only person who works here. She doesn't allow anyone else. This is her place. You know, like Rogue said, it completes me about her car. I think Claire would say this garage completes her. I'm trying to decide in my head whether she is mostly a bartender at the Afterlife or mostly a person who's into fiddling with cars, racing cars, being part of the illegal street racing scene. And I think it's this. I think she does the other thing to enable this. She works to live, not lives to work. I think that's what it is. I've learned a lot about Claire in this process. Also, she's got good shoes. I like her shoes. I'm not sure what they are. They look really purposeful too. I like the long elongated tongue on them and the kind of padding just over the top of the foot there. I suppose that's in case she drops something on it, like, for instance, one of these hefty spanners. Given that this is a garage, it's incredibly clean too. Okay, so we have a powerlifting poster of a female. What else do we have in here, just out of interest? Turbo Dracula. It was so good, man, Turbo Dracula. Also, she's got a similar sticker collection to many people. She likes brain dances. It's just, everybody's a fan of brain dances, apart from those people who end up unable to function because of them. Don't you think, Evelyn? I can't get into that car, which is a shame, because I would have done otherwise. No corpos, just no. Throw them in the trash. Claire's place is astonishingly in tune. Everything in here just fits so well. I'd love to see the research they did. I'd love to see the mood boards they had, the background images of garages just like this, upon which this was based. Everything in here has got a reason for being here, hasn't it? I mean, these tin bath things, tubs, look like they're the things that you'd put underneath a truck if you were draining out oil that you were not going to keep before you did something else with it. A toolbox, like, I haven't been to this actually. It's almost like a toolbox, I guess. It's kind of like every little bit of this place has purpose. This is the antithesis, this is the opposite of the Afterlife. This place is deserted apart from Claire. It's not busy, it's not threatening apart from the gunfire outside. This is her domain. She's at home here. I wouldn't be at all surprised if she didn't live here. Does it have an upstairs to it? It doesn't. That's interesting in itself. I reckon she's probably slept here before now. She maybe does at times. Right, I'm going to leave my bike there because these people have annoyed me and I want to find out what's going off.
Keep firing.
They've just been shooting and shooting and shooting for... Oh, Regina. Hello?
Hey, I heard about a massacre at a homeless camp.
Right.
Send you the info I have so far, but it's pretty thin. You probably already gathered it's a cyberpsycho. Oh, and I prefer if he didn't die.
Okay. Find the cyberpsycho. And she's going to send me a text. She always does this. If this is a cyberpsycho, it's pretty damn odd. Could be a netrunner. can't quite rule out a remote attack. Still, what would they be looking for in an Arroyo bum camp? Something's off here. Pop over and check it out. Yes, I shall, because my pick and mix just got another item plopped into the bag, into the tub. Thank you, Regina Jones. Someone actually said there is a way that she prefers to be addressed, either Regina or Regina. I think it's the Regina she goes for. Don't if I've got it wrong, it was a 50-50, it was a toss of a coin. But way back in the mists of time, when I first met her, I couldn't remember which one it was, and I called her Regina, and that's it. It's now stuck in my head, so I've got to live with that. I'm afraid there's nothing I can do about it. Now it's put the cyberpsycho job onto my minimap, which is superb. That's terrific. But first I've got to investigate these 3 6th Street dudes who have been shooting the place up round the back here. So I shall. Also, there are always resources to be had. What time is it? It's 1:19 PM in the afternoon, for goodness sake, and no one's had lunch. Claire needs to stop and eat. She's wasting away. She actually isn't. There are some girls in this game who are quite slender in frame, and Claire isn't, which I think is quite a good thing, actually. I'm not saying one is wrong or the other is right. I'm just saying variety in body shape in this game is a useful thing to have. Right, let's do a scan. We know who you are. You're 6th Street gang recruits. That's who you are. You've all got a bounty on your head, or some other part of your body. Why do they always say bounty on your head? Why not like bounty on your, I don't know, nose, or bounty on your gun hand? Would be more appropriate, I guess. Pick some other part of the body. I'll have those too, because you can't have too many components. Now, don't turn around, there's nothing to see here. Also, it's been pointed out to me, I really do read all the comments, that where I've been applying contagion followed by an overheat, I was kind of in my head thinking that the way it worked was that contagion spread the overheat to the other people. That's just simply me misinterpreting how these things work, and I've now realised that contagion is a thing by itself that can be applied as well. So let's try this and see what occurs if I put it on the middle one. Kira, it's nothing personal. There we go, yeah, it did. Oh, it was not totally effective, however. It caused some damage, but nothing tremendous. So we'll lob in 1 or 3 overheats. I don't think I can quite see you around that corner. Do you know what? No, I'm going to go with a conventional weapon here. I'll try my plan B. Was that worth an eddy, or was that worth an eddy? Honestly. And then we've only got you left. Draw. Oh, the fastest gun in Arroyo. I think that's it. The danger has passed. And now the end is near. Yep, I'll have that. Someone pointed out again in the comments, I do read all the comments, that I have been missing the occasional weapon that's been left on the floor after we've had a battle like this. You are correct, I have. Especially in areas where there's been a lot of fighting going on. I've occasionally not picked up every bit of weapon I could have done, every little part of something that's been left around. Scanning is productive, I've been told. These are things I do know, but there are so many balls to keep juggling in the air that sometimes you drop one. That is exactly what happens. Sometimes things slip through. Like, for instance, the fact I nearly missed there's something in this van. Can I even get to it? Oh yeah, body. That's what's in the van. I think I'm going to have to go this side. Please excuse me. Oh yes. Some little bits of clothing. and other bits, which are very nice to have. My cyberpsycho's over there, but I have just noticed a body. Well, indeed. Worth 3 wells, not 2. Unresponsive, no pulse, dead bum. That'll kill you every time. Oh, dead bum. Cause of death. Cause of death was not dead bum. Severe blood loss due to multiple lacerations. Sometimes this inability of mine to distinguish between literal language and metaphorical language or descriptive is awful. I think I've told a story once before about how at school once in a particular test, which was to do with the use of language, I saw a particular situation exactly the opposite to the other 29 people in the class. A proud moment. But hey, that's me. No, I can't explain it either. Ooh, policeman out there. This is nice. You're open? I can just turn up and pay for fuel here, apparently. How very civilised. You know, I'm thinking back to Google Maps. One of the things I do on Google Maps is go to parts of the world I know I'll never go. And I had a fascination with Iowa at one point. Driving around rural Iowa, looking at the farms and the fields and the machinery. And gosh, you have some great machinery out there. But also, there were some parts of some communities where they didn't really have a fuel station as such, but I am sure I passed 1 or 2 things that looked a bit like this, which was essentially a pump where you could dispense fuel and a container, and there were no people around, there was no buildings even. That was all it was, just simply this. So maybe that is a sort of futuristic 2077 version of that thing that I've seen before. Who knows? Yeah, no corpos. We've already decided this. Bin the lot. And in case anyone's in any doubt, we're in 6th Street territory. 666, in fact, Street. But clever. Yeah, I've got to go in there. I gather this. It says under the bridge. If only there was a bridge. Has anybody seen a bridge? I'm looking for a bridge. So that will be that where that is then, won't it? There is... I am being funneled. There is an entrance here, and also a large quantity of blood. This person was severely wounded in there, or maybe here at the entrance to it. No, I think they may have started out in there, I don't know, and crawled this far and then died. So that's pretty obv. What happened to them? No then, these are like those big storage containers that I saw and wondered if you could climb them. And don't go anywhere, cyberpsycho. It's off-grid. What can I say? This stuff happens in an off-grid episode. We're here to take this all in, and I'm taking it all in. I've set out today to cheer myself up, and I don't really care in terms of, you know, how we're dragged around from one place to another. Let it happen. Just let it be that way. Oh, and thank you. The game says, I applaud that. Have some of this. I'm sorry, anti-tear riding pants or anti-tear riding pants. No crying when we're wearing these pants. Okay. Since you insisted, I'm going to climb these because I just want to know why you can climb them. It's a logical question, a reasonable thing to have issues with. It's a gorgeous day as well for climbing these huge gas containers, I imagine, or liquefied fuel or gaseous fuel or something, I don't know. But I'm going up into the sky. I'm going to get a view as good as you corpos get. And it's costing me nothing, just a bit of shoe leather. Okay. Are we at the top? No, we're not at the top. Hey, there is something up here. All right. So we were meant to climb up here. Is that it? No, it's not it. 3, 2 and 1 components. We were meant to come up here. Wow. Look at that. None of the pedestrians ever seem to be in a hurry. Have you noticed this? They saunter around. Some of them get beamed up in mid-walk and they disappear, they vanish. 666 Street on the ground as well. We're at a place called Olivia. Okay. I would love to think that was named after Olivia Newton-John. It probably wasn't. When I was young, so much younger than today, I had a thing about Olivia Newton-John's music, he added quickly at the end of it. I was really quite into the sort of country music that she sang, because that's what she was before she morphed into doing other genres, or being known for doing other genres. She was a terrific country music ballad singer. There was a period, I was very young when I got into music, I should add that straight away. There was a period after my mum died where I listened to a lot of Olivia Newton-John's music, and I found it very helpful. I was quite upset when Olivia passed. But yeah, anyway, we're digressing. And whilst I was doing that, I was just scanning around for you so you can take in the complexity of the industrial landscape here. I would love to think that on hot days those power cables sagged because the heat expanded the metal within the cables and caused them to elongate. And in cold weather, I don't even know if it's possible for it to snow here, but if it did, I'd like to think that those cables became tauter because they shortened as a result of contracting. If not, then I'm going to submit that as a request for Cyberpunk 2, The Return of Cyberpunk. That was good. I like it up there. Also, there are many levels. This isn't the highest point I could get to. Cranes. No. You can't climb a crane. Okay, a note will be made. I'm looking at my notepad. Alright, I'll do it now. Cranes, question mark. I don't know. How, just interested in how somebody managed to get the graffiti that I could see from ground level onto the side of this, I don't know what you want to call it. Let's call it a gasometer. It probably isn't, but they're something entirely different. These have probably got names. How did somebody do that? They must have climbed up and then used ropes to lower themselves cradle-like over the side. They must have had assistance. And boy, did they decorate, or did they decorate? That was really good. Right, so that was the first one. I'm going to go to the second one, obviously, because it might be dear. I'm going to get told off here. Or maybe I'm not allowed to do this. Let's go to the third one and come back to this one. Don't want to disturb you guys. I think I hear voices. They might be chatting about something. I might be able to drop in on their chat. Slight vibration effect because I got stuck to the edge. Some neat vehicles in the car park too. Look at that beast. 6-wheel thing. That must have independent steering surely, because otherwise how on earth would it get around corners? And actually, given the fact it's got 6 wheels, why? What on earth? Is it like armoured or something? And it's got tremendous weight to it? These two here are the most colourful cars I've seen in a long time. Look at those! They're gorgeous! Now they look like someone's pride and joy. What are you? Can you tell me what you are? This is an Archer Quartz ECT2 R660. Why could they not make the name and descriptor of that vehicle shorter? According to NCPD statistics, this model is found in as many of 17% of reported accidents in Night City, despite making up only 2% of all registered vehicles. I'm betting it goes like the wind, and that's why it's involved in so many accidents. That's virtually the same car, just with a different colour scheme to it. These could be BFFs, and they're both turned up every day in their customised cars, and they park next to each other every day, and people talk about them on lunch breaks. People have suspicions about you two. Your significant others have suspicions too, I should tell you. We all know what's going on, really. We do. I will take those things because I've climbed all the way up here for those worn out jackets and frayed jean shorts and an old construction hard hat and some nano weave absorbent t-shirt thing. Yes, it's a Maelstrom branded article that they'll probably want back from me with violence if they discover that I have it. So shh, don't tell anybody. And we're going downstairs again. I like the way too the metallic surface of these stairs makes that noise that metal stairs do when you're on them. They always rattle, don't they? It's not just the impact of your foot on the stair. There's a looseness. There shouldn't be, but there is a kind of vibration effect which makes that rattling noise. And also this is terrifically authentic. This patterning and the kind of surface rust. Rust worries me. I don't know about you, when I see an item made of metal, especially if it's a supporting structure or something that you have to put weight on, like stairs, it worries me. Now it may only be surface rust, that's the expression that's used for it, but my question would be, when does surface rust stop being surface rust? When does it just turn into, well, rust, basically, that you should worry about? Is somebody like checking these things on a daily basis? Because they should be. What is this? A break? Are you supposed to be smoking this close to these things?
Staring is rude. You know that, right?
I do. I stared at Panam the other day in the room when I went in there, and I promised two guys, they'd actually said to me, don't stare, and I couldn't help it. I don't know what's going on with Panam. Before anybody else asks, I think there's a closeness there. Seriously, we're all going to get blown.
Got my eye on you.
Yeah, you won't have in a minute because I'll be 600 metres that way after the explosion and you'll be 700 metres the other way. Seriously, don't do this. I don't know what's going on with Panam. I can find myself still thinking about their relationship, V and Panam. They have a lot in common. And sometimes that is a basis for attraction, but also people say opposites attract. I don't think there's a hard and fast rule. You're not going to mind me doing this, are you? You don't care a bit, do you? Lagan Barman? Let me guess what your father did. Okay, I think I've worked that out. Way down in history, a whole lineage of people who worked in bars serving liquor to disgruntled customers who questioned the meaning of their lives and hoped for more but never actually got it. 45 metres that way is a cyberpsycho, and I will be going to see that cyberpsycho, but this is working. It's cheering me up no end, this. It really is. This game always puts a smile on my face, even when things are hard and tough stuff is going on. Afterwards you just think, that's terrific. That post serves no useful purpose that I can see other than to put that thing on the top of this container. Maybe it's like a safety valve. Okay. You get a good view from up here. Traffic is moving along gently. The lights just turned to red and that vehicle went through and turned right. And I've been told this is a thing in the United States. I didn't realise this, that at certain junctions, and I'm not an expert, excuse me, shuffling on my chair. I'm going to mention the chair again in a minute too. I don't understand the traffic rules. You see, those lights are green and that one stopped. How come? And now they've gone to red. And nobody moved. Why did he stop? Did he need to make an urgent phone call? And he had to stop to do it. They've turned to green again. Traffic is piling up for 5 vehicles. Now he decides to move. And in the process meets his twin coming the other way. But yeah, I don't understand how it works. I have been told that in certain circumstances there are red lights that can be gone through if you're turning right or whatever, but it's just different. In this country, red basically means stop, full stop, that's it. There aren't exceptions. There are always situations, such as when you come up to a set of temporary traffic lights that have been left by workmen, but there's no work going on, and they've malfunctioned and gone to red, and both ends stopped either side of what the thing is that's being done in the middle. Someone has to then come and sort that out, obviously, because otherwise you'd just be standing there forever and no progress would be made. People would still be there now. You look like a foreman person. You should be telling these two off. I'm not talking to you if you're going to be like that. Do your job. Don't snarl at me. Did you see that? He snarled. You went, "Arr." You don't look friendly. I'm going to just see if I can engage you in any sort of conversation. He's not having it. He's not. I'm leaving you where you were. That was good. I enjoyed that. And now I have an answer to my question. What's on top of these things? It's nearly 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We've just spent the time wandering around, blowing like a leaf in the breeze, from one thing to another. The game has steered us today. Off-grid. There was no plan. There was no plan. Now there is. Right, now, it occurs to me I could do with a vantage point here. This will provide it. Get on top of there. And scan. Now that's not good. Security turrets. And I cannot take control of them. It's blocked at the moment. I can destroy them, which probably would be my second choice of thing. Yes, I did see that readable. It came into and disappeared from. There it is. There's a readable in there at least. There's some ammunition. There are some things that can be made to explode. There is my cyberpsycho, but they're not visible unless they're inside a structure. Is that a tent? There are tents here. There are other things that can be made to explode. This is a bounded area. It has some elevations to it, some platforms that could be used, but not many. And I'm pretty much guessing this is like an arena. This has all the characteristics of a booby-trapped arena where those who entered did not leave. Only our cyberpsycho friend. I will ping, because it's possible to ping, so let's ping. It's not really illuminating anything at all. Right, we have dead bum. Unresponsive, no pulse, bit like the guy outside. Cause of death, severe blood loss due to multiple lacerations. We have a lot of these people. Another one, exactly the same. Another one, exactly the same. And another. And is this one here too? Oh no, it's just a crate. So we have multiple bodies as a result of the cyberpsycho. Okay. Now it just occurs to me I might get a different vantage point if I were to climb on top of this here van, which has been beautifully sculpted, by the way. This has been here a while. Look at it. Caution. It says at my feet. Caution. Yeah, there I am again, look. Wearing clothes. Yeah, there are some resources to be had in here, but okay, so I can distract enemies with that. That might work, but are cyberpsychos the sort of people who are likely to be distracted, or are they in some sense impervious to distraction, immune to being pulled away from their maniacal objective, which is to kill me? There's a cheerful thought. I'm so glad I had that thought. Now I feel a whole lot worse. Now the cyberpsycho is showing up as being over there, or it was a minute ago. So let's have a gun. Let's reload the gun. we'll go with plan B. But remembering that Regina said she wants this person alive, so I need to finish them off with a non-lethal quick hack. Overheat is very good. I do like overheat for that purpose. Can I do any exploration of this area before things go bad on me? I have a conversation. Let's read it. Archive conversation, Tamara Cosby and Tony Ludick. Tamara: Hey Tony, can you send me some more stuff please? Yesterday I fell asleep in the tub and must have froze my fingers because I can't feel anything. Scanned all the Valentino's haunts and still can't find him. It's like Lely vanished into thin air, no digital traces, nothing. Tony: None at all. Maybe check at the dollhouse, but it's pretty hard to breach their sub. Maybe just give it a rest. He'll come back once he gets homesick. Maybe he just needs some space. Don't say I didn't warn you about the Valentinos. They're like that. One day they're professing their everlasting love, the next they disappear sin parola, and all you got left are some dirty socks. Tamara: Don't even try to pull that I told you so on me. You don't even know him and you're putting him in a box with everyone else. And FYI, he does his own laundry. Listen, these fingers are as good as dead now. Can you set me up with some organic implants? Tony: Alright, just relax and get some rest. I'll get what you need. Just promise me you'll get some shut-eye. Ooh. Are those the implants that cause the triggering of the cyberpsychosis? I very wonder if they are. Man. What's that when it's about? That's a television. I can ping it. Ping it. Yeah, it's not actually linking to very much in here, is it? It's not helping my situation. There are no cameras either. I do have, on the other hand, this, which is some norimaki. I'll take it. It's a foodstuff. I don't tend to bother consuming the foodstuffs in the game. I know they have benefits and all the rest, but it's just a step too far for me at this point. Aliens kidnapped my wife and kids helped me celebrate. We've seen that one before, but the guy responsible now appears to have been kidnapped himself. Again, justice has been served. I don't like this area one tiny bit. It's just too constricted. How much of it can I get away with exploring before the cyberpsycho takes exception to my presence and decides to do something about it? I need a plan here, don't I? Okay, one of the bodies over there is now glowing at me, saying, scan me, scan me. I will do that. I think I can get to this container, which is go as a maelstrom for Halloween this year. I'll do that. I'll take that steel Ocu set. Can I scan you from here and get some more data on you? I cannot. Find the cyberpsycho. I think I've found the cyberpsycho. I am trying not to find them too much in my face. Those turrets worry me. If they activate when something's going on here, I have got two options. One is to take them over, the other is to disable them. On the whole, I think I'd rather not be fighting three adversaries at the same time, even if I then subsequently take over the turrets and turn them to my advantage. I don't want to shoot this person dead. So let's just do this now. I am going to overload the turrets when I apply it properly, that is, with the correct button. That turret is gone, and that turret is gone. So I don't think I now need to worry about them at all. Good. One less thing to factor in. There may be those of you who say, no, you could have done this, you could have still kept the turrets, you could have done X, you could have done Y with them. This is an off-grid episode, and it's all new. This is the first time I've encountered a situation where turrets like that are in a situation like this, and I've got to decide what to do with them. So I went with my gut feeling, which was this. What are you? Oh, we haven't seen counterfeit documents for ages. It's like an old friend. Where have you been all this time? Oh, I know I've got to go down there. I've got a bounded area now to explore, and I know it's going to trigger at some point. The cyberpsycho is going to appear. So, I mean, I could try distract enemies and see if it brings them out of wherever they are. Let's do it. It's not doing a thing. It's not done anything. It didn't work. They have to be out, I think. They have to already be out and visible for them to be distracted. They've got to be active. And at the moment, the cyberpsycho is not active. My money is that they're in that tent. That was the centre of gravity of the scan, if you like. That was the area that was indicated originally. I am here. Was you are there. Oh, let's hop over that and pick up the tiny, tiny stress ball. How did you know I needed one of those? That's not big enough. Whoa, whoa! Okay, we're in trouble. Okay. So we're going to drop an overheat on you straight away. I'm going to drop 2 on you. Tamara Cosby. Tamara. It is Tamara. She's wanted for theft of valuable corporate property, felony copyright infringement, slander against a corporate rep. She has abilities of net running, which she's using on me now, charge jump and EMP grenades, and resistant +3. Let's go, Tamara. Ow, ow, that was a grenade then. I'm suffering here. What just happened? I thought I'd actually done this. Turn them. I've got to do something here. Do I turn them off? I don't have sufficient. Think quickly. If I take control of them, does that just mean that I don't have to use them? But I've got control. Okay, not well. Quick, health. Get out of there, get out of there. I'm serious, dude. Oh my heaven above. That has never happened. I'm dead. Load last checkpoint. Have I got to do this again? That's never happened. I'm stunned. I've got a blank screen. Okay. So I know some things now. That turning them off, or really overloading them rather, was not sufficient to destroy them completely. I have got problems here. I mean, the thing to do, I guess, is to retreat to this area. That's really quite hard. I knew it was going to be difficult. I know it's a hostile area. You don't need to tell me that. I've worked this out. I knew it was going to be difficult, but really? Do you know what also I think could be a job for the rifle, rather than relying entirely on anything else? I just need to get out of here. That was a big mistake. Being trapped there by those 2 turrets was a big mistake. Let's trigger this, as we did last time. The cyberpsycho was down that end, blocking my way out, I've just realised. There is such limited cover in here. And that these things can explode very near to where I'm going to be. Oh, crikey. No, I don't want that. It will diminish my ability to perform my task. Do you know what? I think that might be my area of cover. Here, behind these mattresses. Go to the mattresses. Let's do that. I'm scared now. I'm legitimately scared. Heaven, stop. Right, now I do have the ability to take control of both of these this time. Do it. Stop that right now. They've done it. I can use this to shoot at this person. But it's not doing anything because they're in cover. Can I switch to turret 2? They're moving a little. I just can't kill them. That's the thing. I must not kill them. I tell you what. Okay, let's pop out of being in control of those. Get some cover. And we'll try an old-fashioned grenade bounced off the back of that container there. Okay, that did a little damage. I'll take anything at the moment. That did some damage too. I can't even see Tamara. But those are under my control at the moment. Doesn't mean they're going to stay that way. No. I'll put some of those in. I will drop an overheat on you, which cost me 9. That's expensive. She's at 60%. She's less than 60%. I will charge this weapon up and let loose. Ooh, my health. My health. Can I use another grenade yet? Yes, I can. Do it. Bounce it in the same way. 34%. I haven't got another grenade. Let's just use the weapon without charging it, because I could charge it while she's down, can't I? While she's hiding, I could charge it. Charging. It did a little bit of damage, not a great deal. A few percent. My health's okay. The turrets, are they now scanning for me again? I have got to be careful. Grenade. No, that didn't do a thing. I wasn't close enough to where Tamara is. I might try the plan B. 24%. Take this, Tamara. Pop your head round again. She's doing a short circuit. I'm about to lose my cyber capabilities, but I have a grenade. Maybe I can stop her in time. I couldn't stop her in time, but that was good. That did damage. Okay, this time 2 shots of that. I'm hoping now that if I can get an overheat on, it will do the rest. Do it. Take cover. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tamara is gone. Whoa, that was so hard. 230 points. 53 experience. $334. A sort of token gesture payment that you get for completing the cyberpsycho gig. Put your gun away. All's well now. That was an experience. That has not happened before. But some people have said, you know, why are you playing it on normal? You know, you should be playing it on a far more difficulty level than that. Really? Did you just see what happened there? And I'm not saying it wasn't my fault. It was my fault. But that's my entire point. I want to survive this in the main. I'm here for the story. I don't mind tricky combat, and I got caught there. That was purely because I just didn't work out what to do. Now I'll have that drink. Yes, I will. I'll come back for you in a second. There is much up this end which I need to scan and grab hold of. I'll have some bubblegum, I don't mind. I mean, the combination is foul, to be honest. A classic molybdenum steel toe combat boots. Alright, why not? You never know when you might need them. Yeah, no, I was saying about this chair. That came up in the comments too. Various people actually, have recommended me other chairs that I could use rather than using this creaky old thing which I'm using now. The thing is, this chair and I have been through some stuff. I have an emotional attachment, as well as a physical one at the moment, to this chair. It's done nothing wrong, really. It's old and it's creaky, aren't we all? It probably doesn't go for runs like I do. I hope it doesn't. Maybe it waits till I'm not looking and pops out. But I don't want to change it. I've got used to it being the way it is. Right, there's all sorts of stuff to do here, so let's get doing, shall we? I have some conversations. I don't know which ones I'm meant to read first. Oh, the truth about cyberpsychosis. That I'll read last. Meantime, let's do some looting and reading of this. Cyberware malfunction. I have a skill shard for Netrunner. That's very appropriate. And an archive conversation. Let's read this. Archive conversation, Fred Reed and Moore Jones. Fred: Moore, got a girl. Moore replies: Congrats, Tume. Everyone deserves a little love and happiness. Fred: No, not that kind of girl. Moore: What kind then? Fred: Someone tossed her in a sewer. Looks like a Netrunner. Probably thought she was dead. Moore: Tume, are you trying to get your ass zeroed? Fred: What? Moore: Leave her alone. This never ends well. Fred: Nah, come on, that's just a superstition. Moore: I'm not being superstitious. Fred: Anyway, need some meds for her. You grab me something? She needs help. She's barely breathing. Moore: Should just take her to a ripper. Fred: No, should do it myself. No idea who's after her. Okay? Moore: Okay. Oh, we know how that ended. The road to you know where is paved with good intentions. Paved with them. Literally paved with them. Yeah, all these bodies. All of these here bodies. Right, a shard. Now again, I think we may have read the truth about cyberpsychosis many episodes ago, but it's showing up as not having been read, so I'm going to read it. The truth about cyberpsychosis. I've had enough of the senseless shootings that claim hundreds of innocents every day. I'm sick of the satire on empty, dead-end implant restriction dialogue. I'm tired of ignoring the cyberpsychosis problem. In American society today, there are still a lot of common myths and misconceptions about the so-called technology-related personality disorders. People think that they can become infected in sketchy ripperdoc clinics. Scientists allegedly disagree about the causes of the disease, or even about whether it exists at all. Maybe their tune would change if a cyberpsycho turned their lab into a slaughterhouse, but even then I doubt it. They're not getting fat paychecks from the cyberware lobby just to openly declare to the public all the nasty possible side effects that come packaged with their products. I've conducted my own research on cyberpsychosis. With supreme confidence, I can confirm this illness is indeed a byproduct of the modern lifestyle and the obsessive emphasis placed on incorporating modern tech into our lives. Although cybernetic implants can directly affect our brain chemistry, they still serve only as a catalyst for the onset of the disease. Our world is subject to extensive dehumanization. We surround ourselves with increasingly more automated machines and artificial intelligences. Our loved ones replace their nature-given eyes, lips and faces with masks of metal. Some of us begin to lose sight of what is human. We slip into feelings of total alienation and deep-rooted panic. We lose the ability to distinguish between what is real and what is only artificial, digital, synthetic. Such people begin to isolate themselves, lose their empathy for others, and undergo dramatic mood swings that exhibit sadistic tendencies. The most frightening component of all this, however, is that most will never be diagnosed. Not all cyberpsychos are known war veterans or former mercenaries equipped with Sanvestiv and reflex tech. Not all will go out in a blaze of gunfire with max tech. Many cyberpsychos in our world possess only a single implant, a knee, a liver. They are unseen, unnoticed. They lock themselves up and shut out their friends, colleagues and loved ones. The world outside the net and their delusions has disappeared from conscious thought. They are sick and alone, and no one is doing a thing about it. There is no eloquent summary to be made here. Let the value of this manifesto be measured by the fact that I was expelled from Zetatech Cybernetics research team for having written it. Someone in the know. That gives a context to cyberpsychosis, doesn't it? Wow, okay. That's good. That's good to have come across. And this camp answers the question that Regina wanted to know. Why would they be interested? That's why they were interested. I need to text you. I need to talk to you. I can't do it right now. Why? Why can't I do that? Oh, because I haven't been over here. I haven't finished. So really, actually, when it says that in the side there, it's reminding me that that's what's coming next, but you can't do it just at this moment because you, who caused all this trouble, yes, you, I'm talking about you, you're still alive thanks to me. You should be grateful. I'll take your new, because you don't need it anymore. And I'll take your detonate grenade. Thank you very much, because you don't need that either. There's Tamara. I am missing something here that I need to do before the combat can be over. I'm gonna blow these things up again for now, because I don't like the way they're looking at me. No, yeah, go on, I will. What the heck? They've been overloaded. There is, yeah, I know I picked this up once, but then I died. So then I didn't. Oh, now I can do it. Now I can actually message her. Good, thank you very much for that. I will send my message. So Regina, this is what happened. Psycho was a young runner. Thinks she must have OD'd, then ducked outside at the last minute, afraid she'd be left to rot all alone. One of the bums from the camp took her in, but when she woke up, her mind was cracked. Guess she thought they kidnapped her. Who knows? Maybe there wasn't a thought at all between her ears, just a droning buzz. But anyway, she made sure mystery treatment. And Regina replies, because I pressed the wrong button, it won't be easy to reverse what she went through, but I'm glad you didn't kill her nonetheless. With the right care, she might just get back up on her feet. Sound. A sound thing. We have completed the cyberpsycho sighting under the bridge. Your words in a mess. And the results are the NCPD is very pleased with me. Job complete. Thumbs up from the boys and girls in blue. 349 experience. 650 experience. 6,650 eddies. Good stuff. I'm not going to meet Takamura. My next plan is, when I can go to the journal, to turn up for the race that Claire's told me about. I'm just going to pause for a second to have a drink of orange. Back in a minute. Okay, that was very refreshing. What I've done now in the journal list is to select the job that Claire had given us, the street racing thing. This is called The Beast in Me. I've got to wait for Claire to contact me, but whilst I'm doing that, there are two bits of red text we have not read associated with this. One is about the city centre, where I think she said the first race is going to take place. Let's read this. If you stand in the middle of Corpo Plaza and observe what's around you, all the breathtaking mega buildings, office blocks, bars, clubs, architectural wonders and dazzling neon signs, it's hard to believe that only a few decades ago the area looked like a smouldering battlefield in the aftermath of the Fourth Corporate War and the nuclear attack on Arasaka Tower. As anyone with a pair of optics can see, City Centre was fully rebuilt, surpassing even its former glory with more modern and cutting-edge architecture. It serves one purpose and one purpose only: to flaunt the city's economic power and prove that Night City is freer than ever before. Free enough to do illegal races in, apparently, and that's where Claire comes in. Let's read about Claire. Every regular at the Afterknife knows Claire, the bartender who knows their favourite drink by heart, what they drank last time, and even what their friends ordered. Likewise, most know a few facts about Claire too. She's a trans woman who hasn't installed a single piece of cyberware in her body. She quit her job as a Militech engineer, and she's responsible for immortalising Night City legends by naming drinks after them on the bar menu. Posthumously, of course. What not all Afterlife clients know, however, is that Claire owns her own auto shop where she can be found spending hours under the hoods of broken down cars and Beast, the rig she takes out on less than legal street races. Claire! I didn't know she was trans. Interesting. I also didn't know she used to work for Militech as an engineer, but that makes sense because she's very capable at what she does. And also that she does these street races. And she's got her own auto shop. She really is, like I said, a person of two parts. Afterlife and the outside life. Racing these cars. Being the mechanic. That's really very interesting. There's a depth to these characters. I'm glad I'm reading these red texts. It was something that was pointed out again in the comment section that sometimes when I'm selecting these things, there are now pictures appearing underneath with other bits of text which you can read too, so I'm trying to do that wherever possible. Okay, so we're out of here. It's 6:06 p.m. and I've got to wait for Claire to contact me. So I'll go and get on Arch and we'll ride around a little until Claire does, I guess. I think the races, they can't be during the day, can they? Because everyone would see them, including the police. So I'm thinking they'll be in the evenings, and we're heading into the evening now. What's on the map nearby where I am? Let me just have a quick look. I don't know where I am. I literally don't know where I am. Alright, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to pop to this drop point because you should never miss an opportunity to do this. And I'm going to clear out the stuff that I've got, that I've picked up recently. I'm only on 79 out of 292, but it's just a good habit to get into, clearing stuff out, I think. So, where was that drop point? I thought I just marked it. I did make a waypoint of it. There it is. Right, okay. Oh, we're going the right way. Happiness. Don't run me over. I am driving so slowly nowadays. This thing about setting yourself a challenge of not having an accident, oh, someone's had an accident, is actually quite a good way of making you drive more carefully again. I am naturally in this game a steady and careful driver. I think you've realised this. It doesn't come naturally at all, going quickly. So don't pip your horn at me. So when I have to do it, I'm never comfortable. Yeah, I hope that's not foreshadowing, given that there's a street race coming up. There will be people who will probably say to me, you should not be attempting the street races, because you heard what she said, you've got to come in the top 3 in at least 2 of the races, and I think there were 4 qualifying races, she said, before we can progress. Now, 2 things. One, if I wait forever for me to get good enough to enter these races as a driver, then it'll be right at the end of the game, I suspect, when I take Claire up on her offer, and I don't want to do that. The other thing is it's come up organically now that in an off-grid episode it's been suggested to me that I try one of these races. I get the feeling if I try it and I'm rubbish that I can wait a while before I try the next one, so there'll still be other opportunities to do well. I suspect I'm going to be driving a different vehicle, not mine, because I rejected the option to say got my own wheels. That would have been disastrous. I'm pretty sure my car would have been the worst car on the grid at any of these races. Even though I've driven it before, I'd rather drive something I've never driven before but that is more capable than my vehicle. It's all a bit of an unknown, really, but I just wanted to give it a try. Right, I'm just going to dump all this stuff, sell it off, back with you in a second. Okay, so I need something to do now before we can progress further. I've got to wait for Claire contacting me, and I've picked up an NCPD gig that's not very far away. It's just 200 metres away down the road actually, and round the corner, so we'll go and sort that out whilst we're waiting for Claire grabbing hold of us. The light is starting to do that thing again that it does. I've gone the wrong way. The light is brakes. The light's starting to do that thing it does again. We're getting the same sort of hues that we had first thing in the morning. Even the people walking along, look how long their shadows are. They're casting right across the road almost. Got to go in here. This looks dodgy. This looks very dodgy, but I'm going to do it. Alright, let's just stop. We've already got an indication of some badness. Not the best of vantage points. Can I do anything about that? I can use these stairs. They're not going to give me. Yeah, I know. There's an assault in progress. Neutralise the perps. Secure evidence. Oh, okay. This isn't a bad vantage point to have. And I will just put a ping in on guy number 1 just to highlight where his mates are. They're all there. Someone appears to have a gun drawn. Oh no, they're being held up. Zubazwain is in trouble from this bunch of 6th Street gang people. Zuba took a wrong turn. So did Cesar. Wrong turn, guys. Went down the wrong street. Shouldn't have done that. And now you've got these 5 around you. Okay, let's do some proper tagging this time. That one has a skull over his head. We'll investigate what special abilities and significance that person has. And momentarily, after I've tagged everyone else, we'll return to you. Tell me about you. Okay. Charge Jump, Kolesnikov, Sandevistan Mark II. I'm still not saying that word properly. And Combat Stim. Okay, so this is what's going to happen here. You're all going to be nice to these 2 people, or there'll be trouble. Which is it to be? Trouble it is. Just remember you asked for it. Weapon. Alright, my location's being traced, but fairly slowly. The civilians are taking this opportunity to run away bravely. I can't blame them for that. We'll hit you with another contagion. And just let it hop from one to the other. 1 of you is gone already. 2 of you is gone already. I can afford another one, and I'm going to use it. Why not? It may be overkill. 3 down. 4's looking poorly. 5's not too well. And I think we're all out of here. No. There's 1 still crawling around, but they've gone. Alrighty. I think I can probably afford the jump down here. Yes, I can. Ugh. Corpo thieves must die. Because it says so in the graffiti. Okie doke. Gun away. And let's do a little bit of looty tooting. Skill shard, Shinobi. Nice. Thank you. I don't think you dropped a weapon. There doesn't seem to be anything around you that could be picked up. However, money shard. How much? 4,000 eddies. You see, it's worth just doing this while I'm waiting for Claire contacting me. Collecting money like that has got to be worth your while, hasn't it? And they can be quite quick. We have a conversation. Let's read it. Archive conversation, Kamala Smith and Steve Zane. Kamala, we've been set up. Tigers knew exactly where and when to attack. Steve, where'd you get your wheels done? Kamala, at Frank's. Steve, check him out. Contacts, conversations, where he gets his tech, everything. Kamala, got it. Ooh, they thought they had a leak. They thought someone gave away information. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Thank you for that broken neurotoxin knife. Thank you for the cyberware capacity shard, the see-through as well. I'll take the broken weapon. Tier 2 items. Now what do you have for me? Another load of Eurodollars, a puncture resistant Noosa t-shirt, but also more conversation. So let's take that and read the conversation. Job complete according to NCPD. Level 24. Yes! Things are looking up. I am feeling so much more positive than I was right at the start of this. 4,800 eddies you shouldn't have, but I'm glad you did. Frank Kaufman. This is an archive conversation between Frank Kaufman and Misako Yoshida. Frank. Too risky. Sorry. I can't. Misako, you can. You put our GPS trackers on their cars. That's it. Frank, do you even know the risk I'd be taking doing that? Misako, and you'll earn more than you make in a year. Frank, if they find out, I want the scratch and I want to join the Tiger Claws shop. Misako, sure, just get those trackers on before their next run. Oh, Frank, what did you do? More eddies. I'm approaching 300,000 eddies. 300,000. Let's just stop and say that number again. 300,000 eddies. It's the sort of number you've got to say with an exclamation of incredulity. I'll eat that ketchup, I'm so excited. Many vehicles scattered around here in this area, which has lighting. So the implication being that this is a place that's used after dark, not just during daylight. Some vehicles looking rather more usable than others. That looks purposeful. An Emperor 620 Ragnar, awarded Golden Seatbelt at the Cologne Motor Show in 2072. I can see why. Who doesn't want a Ragnar? Where are your sunglasses? I left them in the Ragnar. It's got a ring to it, hasn't it? Got an air of authenticity. Gravitas. Not everyone has a Ragnar. What colour's your Ragnar? I think I might swap mine for a Ragnar. I sold my last Ragnar. It got dust on it. I couldn't be bothered having it cleaned. No, I have a new one. Alright, we'll do a bit more driving round. Let's get on. I am kind of waiting for Claire to contact me. I don't know if she's going to, because this is an off-grid episode. Look at that, level up 4, and 4 of each to spend as well. Great stuff. Given that I don't know what I want to do with them, there's another one, a reported crime just across the way. Let's tackle that, and if Claire still hasn't contacted me, I'll have another thought at that point. So let's tag that. Really? Can't I just use jet boots or something to get there? That's a convoluted path upon which you're sending me. That must straighten out in some way. That cannot be the only way of getting there. It is starting to go dark, and you know I don't like battles in the dark. So if dusk can last long enough, if this fading light cannot fade too fast, I'll be very pleased. This is another one of those routes that's got a very steep reversal in it just here. That's it. We've got to go this. Whoa, nice skid. No, we haven't. I've gone the wrong way. I knew I would. My headlights have come on my car. On my bike, rather. I think it must be automatic. Yeah, it's up here. They don't want you to find this one. This is a convoluted route. What? So now I've got to go back that way? Yeah, because I can see the curvature of it. Definitely this way. And over here. And we're getting closer. And mind the wall. What was I just saying? About your record of not having had... Oh. Off-grid. I've just encountered something very unusual. Is this a hard boundary to the map? You know I'm going to get off and investigate this. What happens? It says road closed. Can I walk past it? Hey, nothing happened. I'm totally conscious of still having all my body parts and being alive. Could I not have just driven past that then? I mean, I don't know. That's something that's got to be investigated at some point. Where does this go even? What lies beyond? There are no people here. There are no vehicles here. There's construction work going on. This road looks like it ends. It looks like it comes to a full stop. Is this what I'm about to discover? Whoa, yes it is. Oh, that's a long way down. Okay. But it doesn't say I can't step onto this structure. and walk gingerly along it and hop up the other side of it. I mean, it doesn't go anywhere. Literally, no, we're not going down there. It doesn't go anywhere at the moment. Aye, steady. Look at that. Gigantic crane on caterpillars. Massive beams, I-beams, H-beams, I don't know which you call them, T-beams, beams, beams. Right, let's get to this. Let's get to this, he said again. It's only down there. Inadvertently, I think I've given myself a vantage point here from which to do this. Look, I can hop over and squat down. That's good. That was really useful. Right, let's see if we can work this out. Who are you? 6th Street Gang? Ping. How many of you are there? There are a number that are not going to stay steady for me to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At least 5. 6 maybe. It's weird the way that people show up as red outlines and red filled in hash mark things, but so do things like explodables, and at a distance they can look very similar. I'll tag who I can see. We'll work on this basis. I mean, I could walk along here. I think I'm fairly safe doing that. Yep, that's good. Tag you, and if this went much further I'd be able to fall off the edge and tag you. Stop walking. Tagged. Someone's missing. I'm convinced someone's missing. I thought I counted 5. I'm pretty sure I counted 5. There's somebody. No, not you. You. Right. I don't like the way you're all spread out, because if a fight was to start right now, there are 6. There's another one there.
Yeah, I know where it is. Anyone else know? Okay, understood. Copy.
That's a very quiet conversation. There is someone behind that thing there. There are no cameras. Or are there? Yes, there is. Yes, there are. I will control those cameras. Give me them. Hello! 3 cameras. That should enable me to find that person who I could not quite see. Bad guy number 6. Where are you, bad guy number 6? I know you're there somewhere. Maybe not. These cameras are quite linear in their arrangement. It's affording me a slightly different viewpoint, but not substantially so much that I can... There they are. Lock on to the 6th person. I spoke too soon. Right, now I don't need to do a thing here, except get some cover. So I'm just going to exit this for a second, because this is not the place I need to be to do this. I'm going to get myself way down this end. Yeah, that's probably good. And now I'll take control of the camera again. Thank you, that one. And we'll start an attack. And you 3, who are grouped around here, seem to be pretty decent. So we'll have a contagion applied to... Who should we give it to? That one. Go. And everyone's suddenly not feeling too well. Oh yeah, that hurts, doesn't it? Now these 3 are thinking, what's going on over there? Well, you've got problems of your own, because you can have a contagion too. I think it might be too far away for that guy in the distance. It is. That's the one that's going to be left alive and causing me problems. That's the one that's closest to where I am. So you may have to have an overheat. These 3 are out of it. That one's out of it. That one's going. Gone. It's just the one in the distance. They're all down. I think we've done it. I believe we have cleared the whole lot out. Yeah. Weird, because usually there's some sort of confirmation, and there hasn't been one. Okay, I think we've done it. I think we've done it. Mind those. Yes, there it is. Cool, that kept me waiting. That really kept me waiting. Perhaps it was because I was in camera view. I don't know. But I was a little nervous about that. I don't mind telling you. I'll take your grad. I will take your money shard. Another 4,000. We are getting so close to the 300,000 mark. This is like a V-a-thon where we're raising money for V and his improvements. Welcome to V-a-thon 2077. Have you contributed yet? Our phone lines are open now. Don't forget you can also text, or if you prefer, go on the web to our website makevaninvinciblenetrunner.com. And remember, every eddy that you donate goes directly to thee. After we've taken a 25% cut for administration, of course, and associated fees. Ooh. Archive conversation. Back to you in a sec. Very artistic pose there, my friend. Liking it muchly. There's an Olympic sport dedicated to you. You just don't know it. It's waiting for you. I knew I'd missed something. There it is. Cards. I missed some cards. Alright, let's see what went on here that, apart from me missing that pulsar, have I missed any other weapons? I'm going to get such a telling off if I have. I don't think I have. Oh yeah, I have there one, that one that's doing the seesaw pivoting thing in the ground. I had missed. I think that's it though, isn't it? I believe. That will do. Let's go back and read this shard and find out what this was all about. It is showing that there is still something else there though. Or maybe it is you. I think it's just you, isn't it? Okay, Ficus Fire, Tier 1 components, and then there is this shard to read. Okay. Archive conversation, Thomas read and Shiva read. Thomas: come on, seriously, it's just dreams. Shiva: I don't know, I'm afraid they'll do something to you. Thomas: relax, I know what I'm doing. Nobody will suspect a thing. Shiva: just stop grabbing data from them, please. It's too risky and I need you. Thomas: Shiva, stop it. You know we need the money. For you. You can find what I got so far. Here. Shiva: please. Thomas: I gotta go. Meeting. Shiva: okay, just be careful. I'm afraid, disloyal employee. New job reported. Careful wasn't careful enough, was it? And therein lay a tale. Lots of experience points for that gig. 4,800 in total. Ooh, it's very close now. It's very close. So I'm going to make that something for this off-grid episode before we finish as well. I want 300,000 eddies. I want them. I'm going to get them. And I'm not going to get them by selling weapons either. I'm going to get them by earning them. Right, let's look and see what we've got left. There is one more NCPD gig which we could go to, which says go to Red's stash. Disloyal employee. So Red stashed away a load of stuff. We know what he was doing. Oh, alright. I'll go there then, because that will finish off this, and it says we're not far from it. If it's a stash, it's going to be money, and money's what we need. I need an eddy. An eddy is what I need. I'm also going the wrong way. It can't be that way because the road's closed. I'm going to ignore that. I'm going to go this way and make it recalculate. 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 It's not recalculating. Okay, I'm going to have to turn around because it's not recalculating, but I think I'll go down this slip road. Yes! There we go. This is looking more promising. Let me just whiz past you because I don't want to be stuck behind you at all. It's nearly dark. It's going that way now. Night is falling. We're in twilight. Weird things happen at twilight in this game. It's a bit brighter when you can see the sky. I know that sounds silly, but when you're in the built-up part of it, it's much more difficult to see. And then when you're in the part... I've got to go up there. Okay. So do you know what I'll do? I'm going to park Arch. Look at the light shining from the headlights there. Isn't that terrific? I'm going to leave him on the pavement. At least he won't get hit by a vehicle there. I'm going to hop over this here wall. And I'm heading into here. Because this is the way it says I've got to go. Oh. These kind of... I mean, we're back here again in this same sort of setting that we were in before. Look at it. Oh my heaven. It sent me round in a circle. Okay. Now I'm muchly confused because his stash was literally not far away from where I was. Ooh, and some ladders. Ooh. Why would there be a ladder? Because it's upstairs. The stash is up there. Alright. I know what you're thinking. Is it going to be enough? Let's take it and see. We've completed the job. That's not what we're here for. We're here for the big total. Give me the totalizer. You won't believe it. We've done it by 47 eddies. How fantastic is that? The map, the journal has changed from being on Claire, which it should be on, to something different. So I'm going to put it back onto Claire. And I'm still waiting for her to contact me, but I don't think she's going to contact me in a hurry. So I'm going to pause for a second while I have a think and a look around the map. Back with you in a second. Okay, I'm back. So I skipped time till the morning because it suddenly occurred to me that might be a way of triggering Claire contacting me, and she's contacted me. And she sent me this. Hey V, got the coords for our first race. We're going to be stinking up the Corpo's backyards. First off is Vista del Rey, so they can't turn a blind eye. Then we'll off the upstanding citizens of the Glen, make some noise around Corpo Plaza, and finish at the docks in Wellsprings. And then the message comes through, let's meet at the starting line, corner of Martin Luther King Boulevard and Skyline East. Holler when you get there. I'm going to say, shall I just say we'll see when we get there, or roger that? I'm going to be positive. Roger that. Claire Russell is typing. Claire says, thanks. That's the kind of simplicity of communication that we like. Now I've got to find out where she is, and I've got to get down to ground level as well. So let me just do both of those things and I'll be back with you. Alright, I'm back. Now I had to actually physically go and look for the gig marker because it didn't appear as an item in the list for me to do. It is here, it's in the city centre, so I've put a marker on it and we'll drive there and find out what we discover when we get there. Am I confident about this? Not particularly. I think you know I'm not a great driver, and it might have been better had Claire said to me that she would drive and let me be the person with the guns, because so far when I've been in vehicles using guns I've not done too badly. Now I suspect it is possible because people have told me that you can drive vehicles and shoot at the same time, but to be frank, doing two things at once is a challenge. I'm not that good a driver that I can afford to take my mind off the driving if we've got to finish first, second or third and try and do shooting at the same time. I am wondering whether it would be possible for me to slow down time and use my quick hacks to attack vehicles rather than people. That's not something I've ever tried before, but this is an off-grid episode, so anything goes. The game is suggesting this stuff to me. I'm just going along with it. This is where we're meeting Claire. So the race can happen in daylight then? I didn't think that... Whoa. I didn't think that was possible. I'm going to park over here. I'll be very, very good. Look at me. Citizen of the month. Sorry, I had to stop there just for another drink of orange. This has been quite a long episode. There's been a lot of chat to do in this episode too. This is a very busy street. I've got to cross over because that's where I'm supposed to be meeting Claire. She's not there, by the way. And I'm waiting here for this thing to change because I just don't fancy running the gauntlet of that traffic. That's very, very heavy traffic. But then we are in the city centre, I suppose. How long is it going to be before these lights change? Maybe someone on the other side could stand there and make them change. Perhaps it counts to see how many of us are waiting. I want to get to that there bench. I think it's a bench. Wait, said the lights. Oh, come on. This is putting traffic over pedestrians in terms of priority. I shall write to the Night City Council to complain about this. Here we go, at last. Honestly, I mean, I know that we're a minority as pedestrians. At least it gives you long enough to cross the road. I'll give it that. That's acceptable. What do I do then? Claire's not here. Call Claire to start the race. I've got to use the phone to call Claire. Whilst I'm here, I just want to get one other thing done. A couple of people have said, don't forget that Jackie is still in your list of contacts on the phone. And I don't think that's any kind of spoiler because I'd already said to them I intend to randomly make phone calls to some of these people just to see what happens when I do it. In fact, I've done it a couple of times already. So I'll try Jackie now. Claire's not here. We're not in a hurry. Jackie's phone neither answered nor did it give me an opportunity to do any messaging or anything of that sort. So I did try that. Now I'm just going to ring Claire to see what happens. Claire, oh hang on, I could message Jackie. That's a very good point. No, I can't. It won't let me message him. I'm ringing Claire. Hello Claire, I'm here.
Claire, you coming? I'm already here.
Yeah.
Great. Be there in a flash, promise.
Right on. See you soon.
Wait, hold up. Which rig are we using?
I thought we already decided this. We're going to use yours. I just think yours is going to be more capable because you use it for street races, so it makes perfect sense to use yours.
Yours.
Okay. Beast's ready to roar. Be right over. Later.
Sit and wait. She's got an automotive garage, for goodness sake. She's in the business of doing street races. It's what she's done for a long time. She's skilled. She's going to have a vehicle capable of holding its own in these races. My vehicle, I don't know. I mean, I'm not that experienced in it anyway. Sit and wait. Let's think about our life choices, V. Oh, hello. Oh, so the races don't happen
bundle on our win. Losing's just not an option, eh?
during the day.
Hey, look, Samson. Fresh meat.
Be embarrassing to lose to a rookie.
Chill. Gonk will probably crash out on the first bend.
Well, it's nice to meet you too. I mean, just talk about me as if I'm not here, you know? Who's this guy? He's wandering round. Hello, hello. He's decided not to stay around. Perhaps he was just dropping somebody off. Okay, so the NCPD are here. That's confusing. They're just monitoring this situation, keeping an eye on what's occurring. Are they waiting for trouble? I mean, they're not doing anything wrong at the moment. Sure, they're kind of blocking the end of this street off by having their vehicles parked across all the lanes, and they've moved some barriers by the looks of it to make themselves a little fence here next to Ncola's sign, and the bridge, which I think probably leads up to the metro. Am I right about that? I think I might be.
I thought I said nerve, you know what I mean? You're gonna be relaxed, I know.
Okay.
Hey, I'm chill, Holmes. Just let you and me show those scruple freaks exactly how welcome monochromes are in Vista del Rey.
These people take this racing seriously, don't they? Some of these people are practicing their waving. Either this or it's some sort of ritualistic mocking dance they're using to make the people who they don't like think that they stand no chance. I wonder if this lady's going to tell me who it is she's supporting. Who are you here for, madam?
You got a problem?
No, none whatsoever. I'm just wondering who it is you're here for. Nice mask.
Staring is rude.
Yeah, I know about that. We've had this discussion already, but I sometimes can't help it.
Everything can be solved. Truly. Everything.
Correct. It's just that sometimes people don't like the solutions. That's the matter of it. Hi.
Oh, hey there.
That's a good photograph that you've taken, but you're not showing me because... Well, maybe she's videoing, actually.
Oh.
Are you videoing? Is that what you're doing? Hey, you're not even really taking photographs. You don't want to be here, do you? Has your friend dragged you along and said, yeah, come along, it'll be fun? And then you think, oh, I'd rather be doing anything else. So you're actually just reading text sideways on your phone. This guy's here doing exactly the same thing. He's not sure either. Where's Claire? There she is across the way. These are some fancy vehicles. And there's all sorts here. We've got a rip-roaring engine in this Rayfield Caliburn. The most powerful street-legal car allowed on night city roads. Perhaps the best looking too. How are we supposed to beat that? That's not your car. And that's not your car. With its upgraded turbo, increased tyre grip and more robust drivetrain, making it the fastest in the Mizutani, I beg its collection. Okay, so that's the fastest one they've got. This looks like Claire's car. It's a Mackinaw beast, literally beast, all-wheel drive, souped-up suspension, performance-tuned engine, ready for a wild ride. And look what it has. It has a heavy turret, advanced electronics, reinforced body, trunk and windows. The tyres are reinforced. It's a nomad vehicle, heavily modified, weaponry installed, it says down in the bottom corner where you can't read it. Wow. No wonder it's the beast. It may be one of the biggest cars here, although this thing's pretty hefty too. Okay, these guys have like colour-coded clothing that matches the paint job on their vehicle. Who might you be? Oh, Militech. You want to play? You're entering this race with your... what is this? Emperor 620 Ragnar. It's a Ragnar. We know Ragnars, don't we? Golden seatbelt and all that. Heavy vehicle though. 6,352, whereas Claire's was only 4,894. And these beasts, which fly like a nothing, 3,131. That is half the weight of one of these nearly. Wow. Okay. So anybody else got anything to tell me about their motives for entering? What are you hoping to get out of this race, sir? Is it some eddies to spend on more tattoos? He's not a talkative type, nor is his friend. They're here to race, not make friends. Alright, so are these the vehicles that are going to take part in the race? Let's go talk to Claire. I mean, we could just sort of talk to some of these guys.
Fuck it. Nothing even matters.
Nothing even matters.
Yeah? What's up in the big world?
Well, I'm going to do a race, and there are going to be people who say I'm silly doing this because I'm really not prepared for it. But the game gave it to me, and it's an experiential thing. Also, people have said, why don't you use saves? If you put a save in now, if you don't do well in the race, and this has been said when the races first came up as a subject, then you can always, for instance, go back and reactivate that save and try again and try again and try again, which is fine, but I don't mind. I would seriously, as happened to me in the camp under the bridge where I died, I'd rather these things were not reversible. I'd rather see what came out of it. Okay, you could say, but if you do that, you won't qualify. You won't get to the later stages of this particular activity. Fine, that's all right. In my next playthrough, I will have learned from this experience. Heck, even after this first race, if I do terribly badly, I will, like I said, leave it a while before I do the next one. I'll try and improve in the space between. See where I'm coming from? But yeah, I'm not a completionist. I'm not after seeing everything first time through. I'm not ever after experiencing everything in my first playthrough. And if some things are meant to go on longer but don't because I'm inexperienced and don't have the skill for it, that's fine. That's okay. I'd rather do that. It's a personal choice thing. I know that other people would choose differently.
Hey, V. Good to see you.
Hey, Claire.
Look here.
Scary, Claire. It looks scary. Let me tell you after the race. I'm going to do that one first.
Give you my take when we cross the finish line. Provided we arrive in one piece.
No guarantees.
Hey, focus on winning.
Yeah, I'll go heavy on the throttle.
So now, tell me, Claire, and I'm sort of positioning her here because I want to... Do you know what I'm going to do? I said I was going to take your photograph. This is better backdrop to take your photograph.
Eyes on me.
Right there. In fact, right very there. We'll go drone. We'll go right in front. I'm going to turn off depth of field. Drop the drone down a little so we get to eye level. And we will zoom ourselves. Oh, crikey, that was scary. We'll zoom ourselves in a little bit higher so we're looking down slightly. That'll do. There's Claire with the backdrop of the city behind her. Now, do we jauntily want to put her off slightly to one side, or do we want her looking right into our eyes? I think we'll have her looking right into our eyes, but slightly at an angle. Maybe that will do. That's pretty good. Okay, let's take a photograph. How do we take a photograph? I've forgotten how to do this. It's so long since I've done it. Screenshot has been taken. Thanks. And just to be completely sure we're happy with it, I'm going to back up slightly to this side, and we'll take a sort of a view of the two of you standing together, chatting, pre-race chat. Let's do that. Okay, that's good. Thanks. We'll exit the photo gallery now. I'm trying to exit. Thank you. Cops don't have a beef with this then?
NC badges are okay with this?
NC badges can't see a problem around the stack of eddies put in front of them.
Oh, right.
Solve every problem, don't they? Eddies.
Mm-hmm.
So, I am guessing that this is dangerous, and if it is dangerous, what happens if something goes bad?
No consequences for corpses in these races?
Cops don't care who dies. They just funnel the data through their accident reports.
All right.
Bullet to the brain counts as traffic fatality.
Depends on the street.
Oh, they've got an angle. Haven't they got an angle? No wonder they're happy to see us. So, please tell me how I do this.
Any tips before we roll?
Don't take your foot off the chew.
Right.
My job will be to slow everyone else down.
Okay. So
Ultimately, it'll be speed, not firepower, that'll win us this race.
Go fast.
Speed.
Got it.
Oh,
go fast.
Take the shard.
What shard? What shard? Take shard. What is it?
We need to hit all the checkpoints or we'll be disqualified.
It's a map.
If you want to hang a bit, do. I'll be in the rig.
When do we start?
The shard. It's all on there.
Okay, I'm looking. Root Sync R-Master V77. Welcome to the adrenaline-fueled world of Night City racing. Leave the competition in a mess of twisted metal, and maybe one day you'll join the ranks of all-time greats like Grey Falcon, Krista Margaret and Dean Russell. Burn your name into streets and be remembered forever. This shard will be your guide in this year's 4-route circuit, 3 in the city, 1 in the Badlands. Teams who finish at least 2 of the qualifiers in the top 3 will earn their spot in the finals with a chance to take on last year's champion Peter Sampson. It's all falling into place. Routes NC R-Master V77 is pre-programmed with an overlay that'll guide you on the track in real time via your optical implants HUD. What this includes: countdown to start, total number of required checkpoints, route direction, current time and standings, number of checkpoints crossed, a live feed of the race announcer I don't need. I wish you good luck and clean turns, R-Master. This software is virus-free and data encrypted. R-Master reserves the right to upload changes to route data as necessary prior to race start. Okay, Claire's off. We've got this. Get in Claire's ride. I'm getting in Claire's ride. I'm driving this thing. Heaven help us all.
Just come back to me in one piece, baby. Nothing missing, got it? I love you.
Okay, come back to me in one piece, baby. I love you. Let's get in. Wow, this is a long climb up. I'm ready. I've got to concentrate.
First elimination rally coming up. Everyone ready?
No.
Not like it matters. Too late to back out anyway. Strap in, pray to your gods, and get
What could go wrong?
for pay dirt. 3, 2,
What could go wrong? I've just got to drive fast. Claire said, hit the pedal. Do my quick hacks work? I can quick hack vehicles. Oh, well, no, yeah, but it's very expensive to do so. I've got to look where I'm going. Oh, I see, the route is kind of marked out for us. Claire, give these guys some grief. You said you're on a gun. Shoot them. Shoot them, Claire. Oh, this is not fun in terms of being pushed along. I don't think... Okay, she said floor it, and I didn't there. I got a bit caught up in watching what was happening. Let me see if I've got a quick hack again. I do. Let's emergency brake you. Although I was actually following you. Oh, pushy. Excuse me, have we met? Don't get so close. The route on the road is semi-intuitive. It appears a distance in front of you, not too far. Claire, shoot them. Shoot them, Claire. I'm trying. Your vehicle's quite good. It's not too bad. I daren't look at anything other than the road. I know there's a clock there telling me the race time and the laps and things like that and whatever. I daren't look. I seriously daren't. Okay, that's it. I'm not having two cars in front of me. We'll emergency brake you two. Good push. We are in the lead. We're in the lead. Let's just savour this moment. I don't want to drive too fast because if I do, I think I might have an accident. The roads are slippery. This is a heavy vehicle compared to anything I've driven before. Ouch! All we've got to do is finish in the top three. Let's remember this. All we've got to do is finish in the top three. Claire is busy shooting behind her. There is no tomorrow. She's doing a great job. We're about to turn right ahead. Yeah, I got it. Thanks for the warning. Ooh, vehicle in the way. Now that wasn't good. Okay. It's alright, don't worry. I have...
Good luck with that.
This. Which will stop them and we're back into third place. I mustn't do that again though. Oh, hang on. By a sheer fortuitous collision that vehicle had, we're now in second place. Huzzah! How long does this race go on for? My heart is thumping. Oh, okay. We had to do a mend on ourselves there because we were getting absolutely shot to pieces. I think I might put... Hey! I can use ordinary quick hacks on the people? Is it worth it? Do you know, it probably is, but I'm going to stick with the tactic that's working for now, which is emergency braking the vehicles. Why change a winning plan? That's something to investigate and explore for another time, not when you're winning. When you're losing, you can try anything. When you're winning, not so much. Okay, get out of the way. That car's in my way. They're deliberately in my way. Come on, Claire. Sock it to them, Claire. Take them, Claire. I don't look where we are. I don't look where we are. How long is this race going on for? No. Oh, that's harsh. It pushed us one side or the other. I went this way. I'm just going fast enough, okay? I don't want to spin off the road. It feels like we've been racing forever. Is that it? No!
What did we just see?
I have no idea.
Fucking won! First place!
Hey, you sound surprised.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Fucking place! It's not that I'm surprised, it's just...
I know, first place. I heard you.
Let's hold up at the finish line a minute, just in case.
You got it.
Okay, we're out of the vehicle. I didn't stop at the finish line. I stopped near the finish line. Talk to Claire. Talk to Claire. I want to talk to Claire. Look at her smiling. Oh, okay. Sorry, but this is a better picture. Sorry, but this is a better picture. Smiley Claire, happy Claire. Claire happy. Yeah, I know I can make the other characters disappear, but I don't really need to for this. No, autofocus on. Depth of field off. There she is, the victor. I will drop down a little to her eye level. This is going to be a nice picture. Yeah, that's it. Let's just take that one. She's standing next to her vehicle. Proud. We won the first race. I can't believe it. I was convinced we were going to get absolutely flattened.
Do these races every year?
You alive? My 4th time this. First time out I won. It gets you hooked. I can't give it up now.
Can't or won't?
What's the difference?
Why do you do this, Claire? What's the attraction? Come on, tell me about it.
You do this for the eddies, the wins, the glory? Why do you race? It's like you've got laser focus.
You don't like winning?
I love winning. I'm watching those people through the car there, celebrating on the other side. It's the road that matters, not the destination. Bit deep. I would say depends on the prize.
Eyes on me?
Always.
Depends on what I stand to gain. And what I gotta put in.
Good answer.
Yeah. Price can be pretty high.
Did you say you lost your last driver?
Can we not talk about it?
Okay, she did.
Sure.
And we know who it
Can you
was.
lift to the shop?
Yeah, sure, I'll go.
Sure.
All right, let's go.
Right, so I'm just passengering, am I, in this situation? I am. Get in. Claire's going to drive. Claire's driving. She's taking us back to the auto shop. I mean, is that the noise our car's making while reversing? It sounds like it's poorly. If only we knew someone who owned their own auto shop and was a skilled mechanic who used to work for a different organisation who we won't name. I can't believe we actually did that. I don't think Claire can believe it either. I don't think she was expecting a first place. That was pretty darn good. And now we get to drive along. And can I change the radio station? I may be able to, but I'm not going to try because it's Claire's vehicle. It would be rude. It has a throaty roar to it, that engine. It's 1:45 and Night City is pretty much deserted. We know we don't have to fear NCPD anymore. They're not going to take any interest in this at all because they've been paid to look the other way. In fact, they even turn up. Talk about look the other way. They turn up to watch and make sure that no one else interferes with our illegal street races, which is bizarre when you think about it. If an ordinary citizen turned up and complained, NCPD would tell them to go away. Oh, this place. What is it like? I'm astonished that it functions so well, because it seems so dystopian. You'd expect even the aspects that cause the dystopia to be breaking down amongst themselves too. You'd expect nothing to work to the benefit of anything else other than itself in a true dystopia. But I guess some things are necessary, aren't they? You have to have streets that get cleaned or mended, you have to have lights, you have to have power. Claire, we're being tailed. Look at her, she's a really good driver. She said she didn't want to drive, she was better on the guns, and she preferred that I drove. I think she's going to be really pleased with how that turned. I'm pleased. Do you know at the start, I'm keep going on about this, I needed cheering up. Boy, did that cheer me up. I was convinced we were not going to finish in the first 3. And finishing first of all, Claire, the engine's on fire. I'm just saying, Claire, there's smoke coming from the engine. I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to do that. Your engine warning light's on here, Claire. It's blinking at me. When was the last time you had this? When was the last time you had this serviced? About 5 hours ago, pre-race. How far is it to Claire's garage? I don't know where we're going, but let's just enjoy the ride. Night City at night. comes alive at night. The place is so different when you can't see anything much beyond the neons and the reflections. The structures take on a different form. They're just places to hang the beautiful different coloured lighting and gantries, the clusters of it. And it is now past midnight, we're into the next day, and still all these people, just like in real cities, are out and about. When I was little and I was growing up in the village where I lived, at this time of night the streets would be deserted. There would be no one, nothing. You might hear a dog bark, maybe, possibly. You might hear a cow in a field or a sheep, but probably not, because that time of night even they keep hours. But in a city, when I went to college in a city, I remember thinking how different it was. It just never went to sleep. Oh God, Claire, I just fell over. She's left me. She's left me. She's left me in the street all by myself and gone away. Right, I have got to stop at some point. That's the point at which I'm going to stop this off-grid episode. I'll be back with you in a second. What I love most about doing off-grid episodes is that they are a mix of two things. They are a chance to observe, explore freely, to theorise, to just think about the environment, admire the artwork, look at stuff, think about how it's designed and how these decisions were made about placing things in certain places. But beyond that, it has a context too. So we started off with the almost empty tub, almost empty paper bag, and put one thing in it only already, cold mirage. That was a gig that was given me 2 episodes ago. It sat in my journal, in my quest list. Since then, teasing me, intriguing me, daring me to try it, and today we did. Everything that then followed was propelled by that initial gig. We went to the dump. We saw Dexter Deshawn again. We opened the fridge, saw Rach Bartmoss, talked to Johnny, and that sent us to Nick's. Going to Nick's took us to the afterlife. The afterlife meant bumping into Claire. Bumping into Claire prompted me to talk to her again about the street races, and doing that sent us to Claire's garage. This is like a set of dominoes, isn't it? Going to Claire's garage then alerted me to the fact that behind them were some 6th Street gang people practicing, so I went round there to sort them out. In the process, Regina rang me and told me about a local cyberpsycho issue that I needed to go and investigate. Investigating that gave me my first experience of death in the game. And then I won a race on top of all this, in the actual street race that we finished with. As if there were sort of 2 exact highs and lows there. The low was dying and the high was winning that race at the end. All of this was purely incidental stuff that happened because we let go of control. We were not being propelled along by the narrative of the main characters' storylines. We relinquished that control and said to the game, I want to explore, I want to observe stuff. Take me to places where I can do this, where I can have these experiences and think about how things are in those areas, in those geographic locations, with those people, in those situations. I absolutely love the way you can do that you can trust the game to hold your hand and give you these options. The hardest thing for the player is making the choices, because you just don't know. I said at the start, I have no idea how long the episode was going to be. I don't know how long it is. I can't remember the last time I looked to see what the clock was saying, and I didn't know where we were going to end up, and I literally didn't when we set off. So that's great. It has done something else too. It's cheered me up. I hope watching it has cheered you up too, if you were feeling a bit down in the doldrums in any way. And I'll be along with the next episode really soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.